Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the epic return of the Wrestling Rundown. So epic, I forgot to look up what episode we're on because it's been. I think it's. I already. Well,
The host doesn't even know the friggin' number.
I'll look real quick. I think it's 23 because I was looking. No, it's 30. It's 23 because this hasn't carried over with Aftershock Corner. I might have it do that, but
you might as well stop doing that. Just have it carry over.
I think we'd be at the 123 then, right?
Yeah, we would. We're gonna do
something like that.
Just say that we'll say 123, but just look at the title of the video, and you'll find out. But yeah, we're back with the Wrestling Rundown. We haven't done this show in a while. We've already
almost 2 months.
We went through it pretty descriptively in the channel update video, so just go watch that video and you'll find out why we haven't been doing it. Now, obviously, you kind of wonder why we didn't return the show the day it was supposed to come back. That's because Chris was under the weather last week, and James was up on. You were probably up all night the night before because you were doing NXT party stuff. So
yes.
How late were you up that? How late were you up that night? Were you up?
I don't know. So probably sometime between 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Something like that. And that was for predictions on No DQ, which I won, by the way. I tied with somebody.
Yep. But yeah, so let's introduce. I'm gonna introduce myself first. I'm Owen the Birdman Finch, the host of the Wrestling Rundown, and we'll just do with the other person that has the video because that just makes the most sense to introduce him next.
Hi, I'm different, and James Hebert.
And then let's introduce the only person on video.
I'm not Cammy. I just want to point that out. That's not actually me. I love the face of Sami Zayn. That's why I chose it. But it's Chris, people. I'm back.
Yep. So hopefully, too, after we record this video, me and Chris did mention that our New Year's resolution. I was thinking of the pay-per-view from 2007. I always
When's Disturbed just going to start playing in the background now?
But our New Year's resolution.
I am stricken in heaven.
Hey, I like that song. Okay.
Copyright.
Oh no. Well, it wasn't actually their song. I was just singing it.
Yeah. But yeah, after this week or this episode, we're gonna start uploading the rundown consistently every week, which probably is gonna get messed up. It can't get messed up.
Guaranteed.
It can't get messed up this week because the Rumble's this week. So.
Oh yeah, it is. I totally forgot.
Yeah. So it will probably after the Rumble, it will probably get messed up. But
so is Phoenix this week then?
Yeah, Phoenix is this week.
Oh look,
Steve Coakley.
Oh my lord.
Hello.
He actually showed up. What's going on?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. We can. I don't know if you want to go.
I can barely hear you guys right now. My volume's all the way up.
Well, hi.
Can you hear us now?
Sort of.
Is it good enough?
What's up?
Is it good enough?
Apparently not. Apparently not. Steve, get better headphones.
Oh, I need headphones. That's probably it.
Yeah, get headphones on.
No, all right, try it with headphones on.
That'll probably help you.
Well, you see, that would be a problem because I'd have my video on right now, but I'm out for a drive right now, so that's why I'm just doing it like this.
Okay.
Can you hear us good enough, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just holding my phone like I was talking to someone, so yeah, I can hear you guys. All right, what's up, everybody?
So probably you're making when was the last time Steve was on the rundown?
6 months ago, probably.
Something like that.
I don't think it was even that long ago, but
the last time I was on the rundown, well, whenever it was, all the food back then's been expired. That's how long it's been.
Jesus Christ.
Well, we're pretty much gonna just do like a version of my WWE All Talk videos where we're just gonna talk because it's been so long since we did the show. We're just gonna try to get everything out topic-wise as we can.
Yeah, the main topics, fuck all the miscellaneous shit, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so I can be on for a little bit, so let's do this.
Yeet.
Let's start with everything NXT UK. Did you watch NXT UK take over Blackpool, Steve?
I did. I did watch it.
So we're gonna start with that because that's kind of like the biggest news story right now. Well, not news story, but the biggest thing since that show just happened.
Yes.
I want to start off obviously by talking about how they've opened up a performance center now in the UK. I think that's really awesome.
Yeet.
I think that's
cool.
So it looks like it's going to be like the same people that's running like the Florida Performance Center going to be running this one, but they're probably going to bring in some new people. But I think it's really awesome that they set up an NXT UK Performance Center. You know, I think it's definitely
They did so indiscreetly too.
Yeah,
like I had no fucking clue they did it until like they announced it on like .com, and it was
definitely
that day.
You know, you had the big like live video for it where they had Radzi there, they had Triple H there, they had Charlotte Flair there, which that made sense since she was like one of the first homegrown people in the Florida Performance Center.
Right.
Finn Balor there, that made sense, obviously. We would find out he would have a more prominent role at NXT UK than we thought.
Please tell me Radzi is going to be a pro wrestler because he looks way too much of a character to be an interviewer.
He seems like he'd be like Mikey Whipwreck.
Yeah.
And then obviously at the end, Pete Dunne showed up, which that makes sense because he's been kind of the face of the UK. And like we said, Finn Balor made sense because I think because of Finn Balor's success, they opened up NXT, the UK brand. So, because I think if Finn Balor wasn't as successful as he was in NXT and somewhat the main roster, he would not have. They would have probably opened up the NXT UK brand. So
yeah,
I think this is like a really awesome setup. Obviously, Shawn Michaels is going to be because obviously lately he's been very with the NXT Performance Center, and he's probably going to be highly involved with this. We saw who's Bobby Brookside. He was there.
I could see Brooks transfer to UK to be closer to home.
Yeah, definitely. So I actually am excited about this. James, what do you think about them opening the NXT UK Performance?
It's good. I think it's going to open up like a whole bunch of doors, especially for UK wrestling. I really enjoyed what they've been producing on NXT TV, and I really can't wait to see what they do from here.
You mean UK TV, right? Not the regular.
UK TV, yeah. Is that what they're calling it now? UK TV?
No, because it's NXT. Because you said NXT TV, and that's all.
Yeah, I'll just call it UK TV. Fuck it.
What about you, Chris? What do you think about them opening up a Performance Center?
I like it a lot. I really do. I think it's pretty cool that now they don't have to go to Florida to train. They can stay in the UK and train now, since it's a lot easier for some of those European wrestlers.
What about you, Steve?
I think it's great. You know, it's obviously a lot more convenient for people over there to just head over there and train, not just for wrestling, but also for any up-and-coming announcers they might find. You know, they can come there and try out.
Yeah.
I just want to say, you know, the more I watch NXT UK, the more I remember, wow, soccer's like really big over in the UK. I want them to get like soccer announcers for NXT UK, and I want them to just freak the hell out every time a big move happens.
I agree with that. Yeah, I think they should get because
I think it's the way it is right now. With Nigel and Joseph.
I think Phillips is out of his league. Or not Phillips. I'm sorry. He looks like Phillips. Vic Joseph is out of his league. I much prefer if you're gonna have I like the two-man dynamic, but I feel like they need to get another guy over Vic Joseph. Like you guys familiar with the name Dave Bradshaw?
Sounds familiar.
Never heard of him.
He commentates for Defiant Wrestling, and he's
I know who you're talking about now.
He's fantastic. I would get him and team him up with Nigel immediately.
You know, I would want to see do commentary for NXT UK if he's up for it. You guys are aware of who Michael Bisping is?
Oh yeah. The UFC fighter.
Former UFC champion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not aware.
the
I think I've
former
heard the
welterweight
name,
champ.
but
I mean,
obviously,
for right now, it's fine.
Yeah.
For
right
now, it's
now,
fine.
they're
The brand's
just
still in
starting
its
out,
infancy.
but I'm hoping they'll, improve the commentary. Just because I still hear those moments where Vic Joseph calls a freaking he'll call a freaking suplex a takedown, and I notice it, and it's
yeah.
Not so
still
much on
bugs
Nigel's
me.
part, though.
It
I love
still
Nigel. I think
bugs
Nigel's
me.
been great.
Yeah, like Vic, I still remember that time where Grand Metalik did the Slim Blade Bulldog to Tony Nese, and he called it a takedown.
All of the takedown.
I'll tell you, everything to him's a takedown.
Everything to him is either a takedown or an overhead toss. Or a takedown overhead or some variation of the combination.
A
Well,
choke
James.
slam, an overhead toss,
Takedown toss.
takedown toss.
Oh, James, here's the thing. At least he's gotten better since we remember like how bad he was when he first started out.
God, he was so green. He was so green when he first
He
started.
was a robot.
Dude, he was more than
What's
a robot,
a move?
man. Robots would have at least got the moves right. He didn't get any of the moves right.
Yeah, but I guess we'll talk about like Nigel makes sense to be part of this because he's probably the main reason they have this UK division, because of everything he did in the Indies and everything, and
Yeah.
probably worked with he's probably worked with like half of, if not all of these wrestlers in the past too. So
Trent. I know he's worked with Trent Seven.
yeah,
Zach Gibson when they were starting out. And he's worked,
Yeah.
of course, with a lot of people in WWE also too.
and then one final thing I want to say about the UK Performance Center is it would be kind of cool because if this succeeds, this is obviously going to open up the door for other performance centers outside the United States. Like, probably not in Japan because of New Japan. I don't think they're going to do one. I think that'd be a mistake, but maybe like China or something. So
I think
I've heard.
I thought that you already did.
Yeah, I've heard Germany's the third performance center getting tossed around.
because of
I heard that this technically the UK one I don't think is even the second performance center. I thought it was the Saudi Arabia performance center because I know they.
As my
they're not going to talk about.
hosted
They're not talking about that right now, though.
No, that was just
that
was like a tryout camp.
in terms of bad ideas, as my old alter ego Vince McMahon would say, we're gonna build a performance center in Antarctica.
That would be bad.
Money right there. Build it,
dude. Penguins become the world champion.
Remember how we made gender champion for the Indians? Well, we're gonna find someone to make them champion for the Eskimos.
I see them trading like a polar bear.
Oh God!
They get eaten.
WWE goes to war with the EWF, the Eskimo Wrestling Federation.
Oh, my God.
Hey, it's better than All Elite right now. Sorry.
We'll get to
That's
that.
true.
But
So let's talk now that we've talked about the UK Performance Center opening up. Let's talk about the actual show itself. We're gonna start off with this week's NXT UK since these were the dark matches for NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. The commentary team, we already kind of said what it was Nigel McGuinness and Vic Joseph. Which obviously too we should say right now, if you haven't seen that Nigel McGuinness special, we're gonna talk about that for a bit. Watch it right now because it's awesome. If you haven't seen it, click off this video, go watch that, then come back. Well,
don't click off the video now.
Yeah.
Don't do it now. After.
Okay. Yeah, because they probably won't come back. So.
Yeah. Wait till after.
I'll just give, for someone who didn't follow his career as much, I had seen a few matches here and there. Like that Finn's incredible. Like seeing like his story, especially when he went to Impact and finding out the sad news, like him getting hepatitis B and stuff like that. And then obviously
that was tragic.
And then
that was super tragic, dude.
And then obviously finding out like how he could have been signed to WWE if he had just lied about his injury. That was tragic as well too. Like
yeah.
And then obviously one biggest takeaway I took away from it too is I didn't realize he still could wrestle if he really wanted to. I thought like he
actually could.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah,
I got so sad like when it was they were making it like a retirement thing until they were like, oh, I could wrestle anytime I want to come in. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And
could you come back, please?
Yeah,
I miss you. I miss your ridiculous lariat that you used to do.
I think right now, in terms of health-wise, like, I think he's far ahead of what Corey Graves is.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll ever clear Corey Graves ever, because I think he takes one bump and he's not gonna have a fucking brain anymore.
Well, yeah, no kidding. I mean, no kidding. I will say that I say as a commentary, I actually preferred Nigel in NXT than I did Corey Graves now. Not that I hated Corey Graves, but I feel like Nigel was.
Also, I want to talk about. You could just based off like the few minutes we saw them together you could see like him and Mauro and Nalo have like a really tight relationship too. Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stuff that they talked about, it really was like anything. In TNA, I wasn't expecting them to talk about. So
they do that and they plug the network at the end.
Yeah, but, they've been doing that lately. Yeah, the funniest thing about that is too, the reason I think Mauro was talking so much about the Impact stuff was because he actually used to review it on his old radio show too.
Yeah, and I bet in a way too, even though like it's completely different fields, like kind of what Nigel went through and what Mauro went through is very similar in a way. So
yeah.
What Nigel's going through currently right now.
Well, I mean,
he's like every day he's back. Like he wants to get back in the ring.
Yeah.
It's like he's in his own head.
Yeah, I think he should come back.
He loves doing commentary. Like I can see it in his eyes that he wants to get back in the ring and he wants to fucking wrestle still.
Yeah, definitely. I think he will. I think he is gonna one day. I think he's gonna have a short run in NXT UK before. I think right now he's just not going to because he just had a kid recently and all that. So
yeah.
But yeah, that documentary was incredible. Is there anything you want to talk about it before we move on, or did we kind of cover everything?
Just excellently done. It's really heartbreaking. Like once it gets to like his career is basically over after he got declined by WWE.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he went to TNA. He had a couple of good matches, but then he got hepatitis.
Yeah,
and then his career was over. So basically,
the sad part is
by WWE was the end.
The sad part is he was going to get like a major big time push there. I think in TNA too, right when he got the hepatitis too. I think they have big plans for him. I think he would have been what Magnus was in TNA.
Yeah, they had big plans for him.
Now I'll ask you guys one question and then we'll move on. Do you think Nigel should have lied about his injury, or do you think he did not lying?
Hell no.
At this point in time, no, because I think he's happy with where he's at.
He lied about his injury, and he would have made it much worse, and he could have been dead.
Yeah, because think about it. Because Daniel Bryan lied, and look where he ended up just before he recently just came back now too. So
like the concussions are no joke. You can't just.
It wasn't concussions though, right? It was just he had a shoulder.
He had a bicep injury.
Yeah, it was a bicep tear. My bad. But but still, like you can make that way worse.
His own doctors cleared him, but WWE's doctors are way more strict.
I did find it, I mean, not funny, but like kind of sad that like the day he retired, Daniel Bryan won the World Heavyweight Championship that same day.
Like, that's just like awful karma.
Yeah.
In a way, like not like just like the day he retires, like minutes after, like he's just sitting there just watching, one of his best friends win the fucking World Heavyweight Championship. Like that's
that's gut wrenching. That was sad.
But let's move on from the sadness and talk about happy things.
NXT UK.
So let's start off with the dark matches. Ligero beat Saxon Hugsley. I gave that 2 1/4. That was just a match that was just there. Really, it was okay, but nothing special.
Wasn't he supposed to team with Tyson T-Bone?
I don't know. I'm not really a fan.
You mean the man who loses literally every match he's in?
It all started with the Bomber.
Yeah,
the Bomber, Dave Mastiff. I love Dave Mastiff. I love his theme song. Love his theme.
Although, one thing I like.
I love that fat little man.
I did like. I did like though in this match the like the springboard stunner he did into the springboard tornado DDT. I thought that was cool, but
yeah, that was cool.
it was really just a match that was there. I gave it 2 1/4 though. Nothing bad, just there.
It's good to see Ligero win though.
Yeah, definitely.
Ligero's good. Ligero's good shit.
It's really good.
And
And
obviously too.
What did you think about the Saxon Huxley Ligero match, Steve?
I think Steve must be doing something because he's on mute.
Christ.
So
so when he's here, he's not here.
he's here. So
I'm here.
Okay, yo, Saxon Huxley Ligero. What did you think?
I thought it was an overall good match, good opener.
yeah, I gave it 2. Out of star ratings, I gave it 2 1/4. You think that's a fair rating? You think that?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm just working on getting my headphones set up.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, do what you gotta do.
All right.
Then
Cool.
we had Isla Dawn versus Ginny. I thought this match was good. Easily Isla Dawn's best match he's had in NXT UK. So
I thought she should have won.
I actually like the person who they had win.
I'm so confused because I feel like I like Isla Dawn better if she were the heel, and I don't hate Jenny, but I think she's better.
I hate Jenny with
I think the roles are completely
I think she's massively overrated.
Who is it?
Ginny. I hope she changed her finisher though. I hated that like whipcord insecurity she was doing. That was bad. I like the I hope she sticks with the X Factor coming into the win. That's a way better finisher.
As long as she stops like using the Bronco Buster.
Was she using the Bronco Buster? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, she was. But I actually like this match.
At least it's not a guy putting his nuts in another guy's face.
Yeah, true.
I like Ginny. I think her character's pretty good. It's really weird though. You're a fashionista, and she doesn't. I would think someone that like
she has the blandest ring attire.
Yeah, like someone that
turn her face, get rid of the because she's not a fashionista. Like she should be the baby face. I feel like
I just don't think she's
the heel. That's the problem.
She's overshadowed by everyone else in the division.
Yeah, I mean,
Isla Dawn's direction is weird because it feels like she should be a heel, but she's not a heel, so it's just weird.
Yeah. Like, well, she's a babyface. Why? What qualities make her a babyface?
I guess
at all whatsoever.
Being hot, I guess.
Because isn't she like a?
Her character is a heel and she's hot.
Yeah.
But I still think she's still really good.
Yeah.
She should be the heel theoretically because the gimmick is that she's a witch. So
yeah.
She should really be a heel.
I thought her gimmick too was like she's a They said she was a feminist too. I was pretty sure they said that on commentary too.
Yeah,
I missed it.
What?
Okay.
There's some weird ass feminists. I mean, I've seen some fat ones. I've seen some skinny ones. I've not seen witch ones.
Yeah,
this is new to me.
A witchy feminist.
But anyhow, I thought the match itself was good. I gave it 3 stars. So
yeah, it was good.
Good match right there. Then you had the match. Well, at least of that episode, because we're not going to talk about the Travis Banks promo yet, because that kind of ties into the main show. So we're going to wait until on that. It was Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel versus Mark
Hashtag 9.
Yep.
That's what I'm calling them now. I don't even care because they're my boys.
They might be one of my favorite tag teams, honestly.
Dude,
yeah,
definitely. Great. They're freaking great.
And you know what?
I hope that I hope. I hope they team up with Walter, and I hope they do like a 3-way War Games match between Gallus, Walter's faction with them, and British Strong Style. That'd be a match and a half, dude.
But then they had they wrestled Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. They had a hell of a match. I thought this match. Like, for a match that was like a dark match on the show, it was a great match. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I hate how they do that, like, with NXT in general. Taping shows, like, beforehand as dark matches. I don't like that at all.
Well, NXT UK just did the same thing.
Yeah, I don't like it either way.
Oh, okay.
I like it because, I probably like it better if I'm live because that means I get like my money's worth with 8 matches on the card.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially too, like all the
Like
matches
that,
on the
you
card were like
yeah.
good, great too.
Yeah. So there's always that.
But yeah, this match was just great. Obviously this feud was playing up because Fabian Eichner in his first match beat Mark Andrews, and he teamed up with Marcel Bartel because he wanted to prevent Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews from becoming the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions, which they kind of failed because they didn't really cause them to lose the semifinal match or whatever. So, but I thought this match was absolutely great. They had hits like a lot of really cool spots. Like I love that Stun Dog Millionaire that Mark Andrews hits. The Suicide Dive that Flash Morgan Webster hit was awesome.
Flash Morgan, it was beautiful.
I love the Marcel Bartel throwing. I believe it was Mark Andrews into the Brainbuster by Fabian Eichner. That move, I think that's an awesome tag team move. And I love. I believe they do that. I believe they like a power bomb too. Not the power bomb, but some sort of
power bomb, like European uppercut combo.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that, but no, they do the spine buster into the penalty kick. I like that double team.
Oh yeah, that's brutal shit.
But they're kind of like a physical tag team, so you kind of expect that from them.
And I think they'll in NXT they're gonna take the Mighty spot because they were recently on NXT as well too. And I'm excited because they're building up Orny Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner match. I can't wait to see that match.
I want to see that match. I want to see those two just kick the crap out of each other.
Yeah, but the finish comes when they do that powerbomb uppercut move after Fabian Eichner had destroyed Mark Andrews with the double knees on the outside. And I know a lot of people. I was actually kind of surprised.
Steve, what is that? What are you doing?
What?
I hear so much crinkling on your end.
Really?
Yes. Are you eating chips?
No, cookies.
What? Oh, same thing, I guess. Well, why are they crunchy?
Because cookies are crunchy, James.
I got them from Brockton.
Crunchy. The best cookies are the ones that are soft and not as crunchy.
All right, let's
what she said.
Let's move on from the cookie reviews.
The cookie rundown.
But yeah, the finish.
Yes, for cookie.
The finish comes when Fabian Eichner hits that spinning powerbomb uppercut combination onto Flash Morgan Webster for the win. I gave this match 4.25 stars. It was really great.
I hope they keep their other finisher as well as this one. I really like the whole jackknife German combo. I like to keep that.
I also like how they grab each other's wrists. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I like this tag team though. At first it seemed very thrown together, but they actually fit each other really well as a tag team.
It works too because it kind of plays on the World Wars.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying if you add Walter to that, he's also German, and you could really have a dominant fucking faction there.
Yeah. Walter,
one guy
according to the UK audience, Water.
What?
Walter, or according to the UK audience and how they pronounce it, Water.
What? They don't pronounce it Water.
Water. Water.
Yeah. Because that's what they were chanting when he came out. But yeah, I love this.
They're thirsty.
Apparently. But now let's get to the action. But yeah, think about it. All right, James is out of here. Think about it though. We had a 4.25 star match on a dark match. That was just testing the tables of what was to come on the later on in the show. Sure. Let's talk about the next match. It was which was the first match on the real show. I gotta say though, I love the video package that they showed showing the chapters of NXT UK with how when it first started, and then obviously the championship match at Chicago, the first Chicago event, and then you had Pete Dunne competing in War Games, the first UK special, the second I just thought it was great. I thought they showing chronologically everything that's going on in the UK.
Do you like how
Yeah.
in that order too, P10 actually looks less like a lesbian than he does in the first ones?
Yeah, definitely.
I just like he looks
He
different.
looks like more of a badass now than he did before.
I like his look now with the
Yeah,
longer hair. Because he looked like a lesbian.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
with
It
that
did not
short
look like a
hair.
lesbian. He just looked like someone with a really short haircut that plays softball. Oh, wait, that's the same thing.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, we had the first actual match ever on an NXT UK Takeover event. It was, which I was kind of surprised this opened the show, but because I thought it was going to be Travis Banks versus Jordan Devlin.
Now that we saw why it wasn't.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I actually forgot to talk about one thing.
The crowd.
But we had the finals of the NXT UK Tag Team Championship match tournament, which it really wasn't a tournament. They just had like two semifinal matches absolutely out of nowhere. So what I'm gonna guess happened is that
the teams like.
I'm gonna guess what happened is that as on the tape-ins they said this was a tournament, and then they actually just told the fans that they was just because they probably didn't want to do two tournaments right after they did the women's tournament. So I'm gonna guess on the tape-ins it was a tournament, but on the actual show they just said, you know, you have to impress Johnny Saint and Sid Scala. But it was Mustache Mountain who were dressed like the British Bulldogs, which I liked obviously because Dynamite.
I love the homage.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Because Dynamite Kid.
It was very, very good.
Dynamite Kid recently just passed away too, so I thought it made it extra special. And they wrestled. I forget the tag team name off the top of my head, but Zach Gibson.
Bristol Veterans, I think, is what they're.
Yeah, even though I never heard them.
Announced as that.
I've never heard them announce as that, so that's obviously like their indie name. They just never have announced. There's a cat cameo.
Yep, we getting the views now. He just kind of came out of nowhere. Hi, bud.
Yeah.
Hi.
I don't think it's
all over my face.
Is that a new cat? I've never seen that cat before.
That's Higgins. That's the other cat. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, this match was awesome. This was a great tag team match. Probably one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen. Mustache Mountain dominated the match early, and anytime Gibson and Drake tried to get the heat, they would see it coming, which I obviously love that. And then eventually they got the heat on Trent Seven, which you would think that Tyler Bate would be the guy that gets the heat, but Trent Seven actually, if you watch any Mustache Mountain match, he always takes the heat in each match, which I think is actually awesome because he plays it off really well.
It's so weird because
I think the reason
Trent
they
would be the heater.
Yeah,
I think the reason they do that is because I think Tyler Bate is as strong, if not stronger, than Trent Seven, and he's also way more durable.
Yeah, but there was one spot that I took away. Like they worked over like the shoulder of Trent Seven, and I liked how there was like things you never seen him before in this match. Like when he tried to get to his corner, he like put Gibson and Drake, and he put like Gibson as if Gibson was gonna do like a head scissors to James Drake, which on the apron, which I thought was awesome. There was a spot where James Drake tagged himself in, but he fell off the apron, which I've never seen that before in a tag team match, where the legal guy like fell off the apron by accident, so Gibson had to improvise and throw him out of the ring. And obviously I love that like springboard into the backbreaker on the outside that Gibson and Drake have been hitting. I think that's an awesome tag team move right there. And then Tyler Bate gets the hot tag, and it was the definition of a hot tag. He went absolutely nuts onto Gibson and Drake. He did the double airplane spin onto them, which that gets a pop from me every time because it's just Tyler Bate's one of those guys that's just freakishly strong. Like you wouldn't think, but
and agile, freakishly agile too.
Yeah, he does the stand-in shooting star splash. He did one off the apron too, I believe. And then Mustache Mountain pay homage again to the British Bulldogs by doing the running power slam into the diving headbutt, which obviously everyone has criticisms about people doing the diving headbutt, but I think the way that Tyler Bate hit it looked pretty safe, so I'm not really gonna. And it was paying homage, so I'm not really gonna criticize it.
Yeah, the way he did it, I think he used his forearms and then moved his head close enough to where it looked like he used his head.
And then there was a spot where James Drake, like he hit some moves I have never seen him hit before, like the shooting star press or the 450. I forget which one he hit.
450.
It was the 450. After the Helter Skelter, it was the 450, which I think is a great combo.
Yeah, definitely. And then Mustache Mountain went for their finish. The half suplex into the rebound clothesline, but Gibson hit the one-way ticket, which is best known as the code breaker today, onto Tyler Bate. And then there was a spot where Gibson had Tyler Bate on his shoulders, and James Drake did the suicide dive while Bate was on his shoulders, which I thought was awesome. And then eventually they put Mustache Mountain into double Shantley Gates, and obviously I like that because one thing we've known from Trent Seven from this match, and obviously the match where Mustache Mountain lost the NXT Tag Team titles, is he's really good about giving suspending disbelief about whether or not he's going to tap out or not, because there was points I thought he was going to tap out, but he didn't tap out.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yes, he is.
The art of selling.
And then eventually Mustache Mountain do hit their finish, and Gibson kicked out, but you could make the argument that this finish was protected because when Trent Seven hit the half and half suplex, he didn't fully hit the move. He had he only had he only had one arm, so I actually thought this protected the finisher really well because they didn't get the full
impact they wanted. Because usually they land on their head and neck. It's a dragon suplex, but half of it was a tiger suplex. I think he had to adjust it because of his injury. That's the story they went with.
And then eventually at the finish where Gibson hits the brain buster on the outside, and Zach Gibson and James Drake hit I believe they call it the one-way ticket to Mayhem, because I've heard them call them that before, but it's pretty.
I think it's just called Ticket to Mayhem.
Yeah, it's pretty much like as if James Drake's going to do a tombstone into a code breaker, and they win and become the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions. And I thought it made complete sense because Gibson's the number one heel in NXT UK. They're the number one heels in NXT UK. And I loved the way they did it. Obviously, afterwards, Sid Scala and Johnny Saint came out and congratulated them. And I think this made sense for them to be the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions.
I thought this was perfectly done. I'm glad that in the end,
British Strong Style should have the titles.
The reason I'm not too upset that they didn't win is because at least they look strong in defeat.
Exactly.
Because I didn't want my main fear was that they were gonna
fucking match. That would have made them look strong.
Especially too, because like Mustache Mountain, I mean I think they're the better team to like chase after the championships and win them at like the WrestleMania UK takeover if they do one.
I think that makes more sense for me because I the one reason why I wanted them to be the inaugural champs was mainly because of their short-lived tag run in NXT when they fought the Undisputed Era, and that's the reason why I was worried. But after they made them look strong in defeat, I didn't really complain. I really enjoy Zach Gibson. I think he's great, and
especially too because
he's a phenomenal heel.
Yeah,
he's fucking great.
Get your shoes up, Gibson.
Especially too.
Gibson, shoes up.
Especially too.
It gets me. It makes me laugh every time.
Dude, I need to go to the UK just to do that chant. If you ain't Gibson, shoes up.
He even got that chant in his hometown too. So
that's
I especially like it too.
His hometown too.
Yeah,
I especially like this decision too because this was kind of a way for Mustache Mountain to put them over because Mustache Mountain are pretty big names in the UK, obviously with the first inaugural NXT UK Championship tournament, and then with Tyler Bate winning, and then they won the NXT Tag Team titles. So I think they're going to be fine, and I think they could just continue this feud.
Yes, Please.
The feud's definitely
more
gonna
matches with these two teams.
It's not over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do more matches with these two teams, please. Because they're great.
What did you think?
The reason I think Mustache Mountain lost is really simple. I think they're going to the main roster soon.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. I hope they don't, though. Because I think they need to win NXT UK tag titles first.
I think they'll have one more match, one more shot at the titles, and that'll be it.
I think it might be too soon because this brand just started and you're getting rid of like your two mainstays of the brand. Because I don't think Pete Dunne's gonna stick with the brand that long.
I agree. But when you think of if you had to say what one team really put NXT UK on the map, I'd say British Strong Style.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why. Easy. Well, that's why I would say don't get rid of them. The thing is, it's like when WWF started their partnership with ECW. ECW finally gets TV, and then they're like, "Oh, let's take Taz and freaking Dudley's within 2 weeks." That's basically what they would do if they did this.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying, James. Where it's like, why take away the thing that made it? My thing is like, it's almost like taking the leash off in a sense. We know what British Strong Style is capable of. We obviously know that they're the main eventers for NXT UK. But my idea is, what if they, left it to all these people who haven't made a name for themselves yet and kind of gave them a chance to steal the spotlight?
If you're going to bring them up to the main roster, do not put them on Raw.
My God. I'll put them on SmackDown.
Put them on SmackDown because that's the only way they're going to have a chance in hell to succeed.
Not just that, but with SmackDown going in the more sports style show, I would say British Strong Style would make a good representation of.
Well, then I would wait a year. Then, if you're going by that logic, I'd wait a year until their TV deal comes up.
Yeah, that could be. Well, which is why I say,
I wouldn't just hop right into it. But anyway,
I
would continue with this. But we got more to talk about.
But I got my style rating. I gave this match 4 3/4 stars. I thought it was the match of the night and it was just great. It was awesome.
I wouldn't say it was the match of the night.
It's a toss up between this match and the main event for me.
Yeah, definitely. But I think
blew this match out of the water.
And then you had the next match, which was supposed to be the next match. It was supposed to be Jordan Devlin versus Travis Banks. However, earlier in the pre-show, which I forgot to talk about, or the kickoff, I don't know what they call it now, Jordan Devlin had attacked Travis Banks. So this match, they had said that Travis Banks was cleared to wrestle. So Travis Banks comes out, and he immediately just beats the crap out of Jordan Devlin, but because of his injuries, Jordan Devlin gets the advantage on him, and he takes him out completely, throws his leg into the steps, stomps his leg onto the steps. Did he take a chair and hit him with the leg on the steps, or was it just regular? Because I feel like that.
Regular.
Okay. So then Sid Scala comes out, and they're checking on him, and Travis Banks obviously can't wrestle because his legs was just crushed against the steps, so he ain't wrestling. So then Johnny Saint comes out. I find this kind of to be a little goofy that he had to whisper to Sid Scala what was going on when he's the GM. Why didn't he just grab the microphone himself and say it? I
think they're. I don't know, because anytime he speaks like Saint, he seems like he gets winded now. Maybe that's why Sid Scala's in this position. To be honest, that's what I've noticed.
I'm wondering if he's
old too.
I'm wondering too if he's just going to be
mid-70s.
I'm wondering if he's just going to be doing this for the name value, and then eventually the Sid Scala will just be the GM of NXT UK because he kind of seems like he is anyways. So because you see him more than you do Johnny Saint. So
I feel like they should keep the Johnny Saint going more, because anytime he lays down his authority, you don't fuck with him. You get scared.
Just
that's why I like Saint more than I do Scala, to be honest.
Just like William Weagle and Drake Maverick. Anytime they get pissed off, you don't mess with them.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Obviously, Drake Maverick, I mean, as an authority figure, if if it's like AOP.
Yeah, no, you just make him piss his pants.
I was gonna say, yeah, don't piss Drake Maverick off.
Oh no, what did I start?
Better be pissed off than pissed on.
That's true.
Better to be pissed on than piss yourself. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's been.
What did I just start?
Started shit. Look what you did, Owen. Look what you did.
So Sid Scala though said that him and Johnny Saint had a feeling that Jordan Devlin was going to do something like this. Yeah. So they have another opponent for him. And who was that opponent? None other than Finn Balor. Which, even though I kind of expected it to be Finn Balor, I still marked out for that. Because I knew Finn Balor was there, but I didn't expect Finn Balor to come out and have a match on this show. I thought that was very surprising.
With Jordan Devlin, no less, the guy he fucking trained.
Yeah. Well, actually, if he was going to have a match, I would have expected that. But, and you could just see too that like the difference. Obviously, this was before this Monday's Raw. Like Finn Balor, when he came out, felt like a star. Like he doesn't feel like the star that he was on this show was nowhere near the levels of the stardom that he gets on the main roster right now. So
yeah, agreed. What happened, Chris? You good?
Yeah, it was weird. My TV froze and my iPad froze at the same time.
Oh shit. Well, anyway, what were you saying halfway through?
He said something. I didn't know he said anything.
He was trying to say something and he got cut off.
No, I don't even know what I said.
Oh. Nah, fuck it. All right, continue.
I'm gonna let Chris break down this match because I'll let him break down. No, actually, I'll let Chris break down the. James, I'll let you break down this match.
So for this match, it was very. There was a lot of teacher-student dynamic. I love the Uranagi moonsault maneuver that friggin' Jordan does. The penalty kick Balor did was sick looking. I always loved that move. Some of the spots of just Jordan talking trash, just telling him, "Good teacher, great wrestler, better teacher," basically saying that he's now better than Balor. I really enjoyed the trash talk by Devlin. I really enjoy him as a heel. I thought Balor was the perfect babyface to fight him.
Oh yeah, because teacher student.
Yeah, it was a teacher student.
It worked so well.
Yeah, I even like this because Stefan and Jerry didn't want how much Jordan Devlin has improved since the first two UK champions.
Oh my god, dude, he's leaps and bounds better than when we first saw him in the cruiserweight or UK tournament, the first one. Because I remember seeing him and I shat all over him. I'm like, this dude can't even sell. This dude botched. I remember the first night in, he botched on Danny Burch, gave him a concussion. He had to go on. I think he was in the semifinals by the end. It was supposed to be Danny Burch that advanced.
Yeah.
And they had to call an audible. I'm like, the fuck, kid?
And
what are you doing?
And then his match with Tyson T-Bone wasn't, but we know that probably wasn't his fault now.
Yeah, no, Tyson T-Bone's trash.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't like him. He's a
jobber for life. Tyson T-Bone, the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, no,
it's okay. Not. Scott Steiner doesn't like him either.
Yeah,
Scott Steiner doesn't like anything.
That's true. Oh, he likes Scarlett Bordeaux. I'll tell you that.
No, he likes chicken. What do you mean? He runs his own chicken coop.
That is actually a fun fact. It's true.
Dude, I want to go there just so he can call me a fat ass. You fat ass, eat my chicken.
I'll go to Cracker Barrel with Scott Steiner.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I even like in this match the callbacks, the student teach him how Jordan Devlin did some of Finn Balor's moveset and Balor did some of his moveset. I thought that was awesome. I was even questioning whether or not this should have been a squash, but I feel like that would have made Devlin look weak.
Yeah, especially if he fucking basically dominated Travis Banks.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You had to make him look strong in this, So
if he had come out,
he had to lose, but he needed to look strong in doing so.
He lost with style.
Yes, he did. If Balor had come out as the Demon, he should have gotten squashed, though. That
was without question.
The Demon
there was
should
no
be
reason for
an unbeatable character.
Yeah, there was no reason for him to.
And you can make the argument it wouldn't have made sense because why would he randomly be out there as a demon if he didn't even know he was having a match on this show? That wouldn't have made
Just
He
randomly
just shows up to
here
random
he
restaurants
is.
dressed up as the demon for food.
That'd be hilarious.
He shows up to
Remember
Scott
that?
Steiner's
He
Just
chicken
goes
coop
up
as
to
the
them and
demon.
be like, he just goes up to a KFC. Hunger.
Yeah.
Chicken.
demon.
But I thought this match was pretty good.
Irish.
I don't think this match was designed to be great because it was coming off that great tag team match, but I gave it 3 1/4. I still thought it was pretty good.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It was really good.
It was awesome.
All right, I'm gonna let Steve break down this match if he remembers it. Dave Mastiff versus Eddie Dennis in the no disqualification match.
2 words. Fucking brutal.
Yeah. This was some pretty brutal shit. I really enjoyed how they the one thing I enjoyed more than anything in this match is how they protected Eddie Dennis's finisher, the Razor's Edge in the corner.
Yeah.
Basically, I really.
No, that's not his
really
finish.
liked that.
That's not his. I thought that's his signature, not his finisher. His
I think
finish
it's
is
his Oh yeah, you're right. I
his
thought
finish.
that was a finish. I thought that was they were like building it up as like it was his finish. They must have switched it around overnight or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they were building this up like if he hits this could end the match kind of thing. But Dave Mastiff kept slipping out of it.
But you had Eddie Dennis. They utilized the stipulation really well. You had kendo stick shots. I like the spot where like Eddie Dennis did like the tilt-a-whirl slam, and he actually, I don't know if this was legit or not, but he was like shaking his legs, like showing how heavy Dave Mastiff is. Like that stuff you wouldn't see on the main roster right there. So,
yeah, that's some good shit. Like they're really selling how heavy the guy is. Like I enjoyed that spot a lot. You know what spot I really enjoyed was, and I'm always impressed that he's able to do this at his size, the cannonball into the void, into the steps, or table. I'm sorry, table.
The table. Yeah,
because if he did that into the steps, I think Eddie Dennis might be dead.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think he might be dead
Dennis.
if they did that.
He's probably dead right. He's probably dead right now.
Deadbeat Dennis.
Deadbeat Dennis. Oh jeez.
Deadbeat Dennis the Menace.
But yeah, this match though was really good. Obviously, James already said the finish, which they protected it. Dave Mastiff's finish too, because I don't think anyone's kicked out of it yet.
Yeah, they're heavily protecting.
Unless somebody did it in the NXT UK tournament, and I just don't remember. But
they probably had to just because they had to advance, or he didn't hit it. They reversed it, and then they hit a move on him. They probably still have. They protected it very well, to be fair.
Yeah. And I don't really even though I don't really count the tournaments as a kick out.
You say Chris Dodd won't have issues with freaking Hangout, but yet he's having issues with Skype now.
Yeah, I know. It's just we can't win for trying. So
yeah.
But yeah, I thought this match was really good. I gave it 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I agree.
I gave it a thumbs up.
Match.
Oh yeah, Steve doesn't do star ratings. He does thumbs.
I do thumbs.
Don't thumb anybody in the ass. That's all I ask.
I was gonna have Chris break down the women's match, but he's not here, so I would do it for him. If he's
well, you know what? Have him break down the main event when he comes back.
because So let's talk about before the women's match though. We saw Kaylee Ray and Jesse Gabbard sitting in the crowd, obviously meaning they've signed with NXT UK.
Yay!
Yes.
Jesse Gabbard's amazing.
Who was the other guy? They showed somebody else in the crowd, something Mendez.
Oh, yeah. He was a footballer that hasn't done jack and shit in NXT, and they tried to hype him up and literally got no reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's greener than goose shit.
So I
well,
guess
you know what? That's what we come to NXT for, to not be greener than goose shit.
Well, I mean, he's been in NXT for, I think, since 2015, and he has not improved. I think it's time to let him go. I don't know why, or either that, or he has improved. We haven't seen him on TV, and they just haven't had a spot for him until NXT UK came up.
probably yeah.
I mean, time will tell.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
What happened?
Hello.
Everything keeps fucking up on me right now.
Well, we'll be done soon.
I went up
do you
on my
want
head,
to
now I'm
do
on
the
my
women's
phone.
match?
Do you want to break down? We're gonna let you break down the
Tony's-
main event, so I'm gonna break down the women's match. Since I'm the
Okay.
host and I get to
Tony
talk.
Storm and Rhea Nipley.
What?
Yeah, so
Rhea
me and one of
Nipley.
my friends have this joke that Rhea Nipley, I don't know, my friend gets a look at her and goes, I don't know why, but Rhea Nipley looks like that chick you would know in high school that definitely has nipple piercings. I'm like,
For
dude.
sure.
I'd be down for it. What?
I mean, yeah, if you look at her once, it's true.
Yeah.
I think,
But-
dude. I think she's. The thing about it is, I think she actually looks really hot. But that's just me. I don't know.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, well, put it
Go
this
watch-
way: she's
I
Go
hate her
look-
theme song. I think her theme song sucks.
her new one. Yeah, I
like to-
much preferred the better. I much preferred the old one. It fit
Yeah.
her so much
The
better.
crappy screamo song.
Yeah. What about? Did you like the old one better?
I never heard the old one, so I can't.
The old look up the old one. The old one's like it is kind of screamo, but there's also like other parts where it's not screamo, and the guitar is so much fucking better. It's criminal they changed it.
Yeah.
It's so criminal they changed it.
But this match I thought was great. I thought this match topped the first match easily, but obviously
Yes.
because in the first match Tony Storm, that was a legitimate injury, right? She legitimately got hurt in that match.
Yeah, she legitimately had a back injury and had to take some time off.
I wondered if she was supposed to be the first ever NXT UK Women's Champion. They had to call an audible then.
Rhea Ripley's just been getting lucky, huh? First Tegan Knox and now freaking Tony Storm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Tegan Knox was supposed to originally win the Mae Young Classics, right?
Honestly, I think it worked out better only because like I think it builds Rhea Ripley's character anyway of like taking advantage of like really of people's misfortunes, which I really think adds to a heel. So like Rhea Ripley looks like a monster in this.
But this match was great. The beginning portion of this match, Tony Storm dominates because, like I said, face and heel dynamic. That's how these types of matches work, where the face just dominates in the beginning and then the heel, gets the heat. And Rhea Ripley throws her back first into the barricade, and then she suplexes her on the outside, and then Rhea Ripley dominates the back of Tony Storm. Saying that out loud sounds really wan, but
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably should have thought that one through.
yeah. But I should have said works over the back, but I think that sounds
Dominating her back.
so we're just gonna move on and pretend I didn't say it, even though and
The back was
Storm-
dominated.
Tony
Hey,
Storm
do you know what move Bobby Lashley does to his wife every night? A dominator.
Her back.
On the
Oh my
back.
god. Yeah, did he just do the stalling suplex too, while just to get the blood to rush to her? That's some really kinky sex in bed.
Rumor has it
poor
that Leo
Kiki.
Rush watches Bobby Lashley have sex and hypes him up during it. Yeah, that's right, Crystal. Take a look at the man of the hour. Lashley. Lashley. Lashley.
It was a side pose.
Dude, if this was Attitude Era, that's a segment all day long. That's happening.
Hey, it could be. Hey, consider with the segments we got this week, it could be that it still could be.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Otis. Yeah,
They just
we'll,
do a
we'll talk
segment
about that
where,
when we come to it.
They just do a segment where they're in the urinal stalls.
All right,
Yeah,
continue,
whoa,
continue.
look
Match,
at that
match,
waterfall. Ain't
Match.
nobody got a waterfall like Lashley's.
But continuing, Tony Storm mounts a comeback. She hits an awesome Alabama slam, which looks awesome every time. And
Come back. God damn it, Owen.
Rhea Ripley,
Use your words
Lashley.
carefully.
Rhea Ripley hits the
Dominate that back.
I thought it was hilarious.
Rhea Ripley hits the Riptide, and this is how you build up a finisher. No one ever kicked out of this move, and Tony Storm finally did it, and that obviously put over the finisher. Like, oh shit, she kicked out of it. Because I remember, like at WrestleMania, this year, nobody ever kicked out of the F5, and they tried to build that finisher up, and they failed at WrestleMania because nobody reacted when Roman Reigns kicked out.
Well, we are.
And then-
expecting it. I mean, the fifth time was impressive. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and then Tony Storm. I think there was some miscommunication like in the middle before like Rhea Ripley was like supposed to do something, but like there was some miscommunications in
Her
this
back.
match. But Tony Storm hits 2 Storm Zeros. Obviously, Rhea Ripley kicks out of the first one because why else would she hit 2 of them? She's not going to just hit 2 of them just for the fun of it. So, or maybe she will. You never know. But Tony Storm wins the NXT. I almost said the NXT Women's title, but that's a different championship. The NXT UK Women's Championship. And I thought this was the right decision because they had really been building up Tony Storm. And obviously this puts over the Mae Young Classic because there would be no point of doing the Mae Young Classic because last year the Mae Young Classics winner didn't win the championship. This year I think 2 years ago, but
she won the championship eventually from Shayna, even if it was short-lived.
Yeah, but I feel like she didn't win the championship in the match where she announced that she was supposed to get, after winning the Mae Young Classic, she had to be built up for it a little bit more. I feel like this made a lot of sense. True. I thought this made sense. This is a double-edged sword, though. This is kind of like one of those things where you shouldn't book the match because I feel like Rhea Ripley's title reign was very short-lived. I feel like they should
defenses.
They should have continued it a little bit longer, but what were they gonna do? Have Tony Storm lose again and then get another rematch?
Yeah.
So I actually thought this made sense. Plus, this reminds me of recently when Shayna Baszler lost the NXT Women's Championship. She was much more dominant without the championship than she was with the championship. So
yeah,
I feel like the same thing's gonna happen with Rhea Ripley. Where she'll just I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because Where she'll just take everybody out in the roster. I almost said dominate everybody in the roster, but I don't want to say that. I didn't want to say that. So
on their back.
On their back. Good amount to come back.
On the back.
Lashley.
What did I do? I gave this match 4 stars. It was a great match. What do you give it, James?
4 stars. Great match. Loved it.
Big thumbs up.
4.
All right, Chris. Now it's
great
now
match.
It's the main event. Cover the main event.
The history of professional wrestling, the world of professional wrestling, and the history of professional wrestling. The greatest match on planet Earth. There's never been a match greater than this. Pete Dunne versus Joe Coffey for the WWE United Kingdom Heavyweight Championship match. Championship, not the match, of the world.
Wow.
Fucking great match. Best match I've seen in ages. Yep. This match, I think, beat the match that him and Pete Dunne had in Chicago.
Oh, Tyler Bate, yeah.
Against Tyler Bate. Phenomenal. This match was outstanding.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
This match might get 5 stars.
I think
honestly, I gave it 5. I gave it 4. For me, I think it would have gotten 4. Here's the one issue I had with this match. This is the only issue I had. This is the reason why I gave it I think 4 3/4 altogether, because you could tell they botched the spot twice on the top rope, and I got really concerned because I'm like, guys, you have nothing left to prove. Just take it home. You don't need to try the spot again. I got scared because when they botched the spot the second time, and they Pete Dunne just face plants, legitimately face plants on the barricade. I'm like, oh god, that's not good. I got really scared.
I think it still was the match of the night, though. But
oh yeah, absolutely. This was so good from beginning to end. This match was fucking great.
I feel like I can't do this match justice. I just go watch the match. I can't
watch the match.
I can't even
Yeah, that's really all there is to say.
Yeah, you can't really pinpoint anything. Just watch it.
You can't put it in words.
I'll say this: Pete Dunne wins with his finger fetish submission.
Dude, I like that though. I like that they're really building him up as a dominant champion. He never had this finish until the match with Devlin.
Yeah,
and now they're building him up.
He did it. He did it with the match with Birch too. Before that.
Oh yeah, true. But yeah,
I have one concern. Is that this might turn into a finger fetish for Pete Dunne. He's got some serious finger fetish here.
Yeah, he always has though.
That looks brutal though. I can't lie.
even just bending your finger back a little bit hurts.
Yeah.
Imagine
true.
someone forcefully doing that to you.
Yeah.
Dude,
All right. First,
when he
Owen
was
said
doing
something he
that-
shouldn't have, and now you did.
What they're calling it, the wishbone, right? Like that might be the most brutal submission I think I've ever seen. And the fact that it's a finisher,
It's
I
so
love it even more. that
you
should
wouldn't
finish
think
the
of it
match.
being brutal either.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
wouldn't.
wouldn't until you actually see. Oh my
Yeah.
God, he's pulling his fingers all the way back
I like how the
while
guy-
in an armbar.
Not only that, he's pulling his wrist back too. Also,
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's brutal, dude.
I think
This is why I love Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's the shit.
he's
Well,
fucking
Chris, you and I-
unique. He does shit that no one else does.
Well, Chris, you and I talked about this. That the bitter end was buried on this show because that's his, I don't think the bitter end's his finisher anymore. I think that's his finisher now.
I think it's his finisher once it gets kicked out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a finisher. I think
the bitter end
that
is still
he just
his
has
finisher.
another finisher on top of his finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a backup.
So the match is 4 3/4 for me. Just because if the botch hadn't happened, I would have given it 5. But
it was like the Undertaker botch. It's like it was such a good match, but it's like that one spot with the cameraman like got me really scared and took me out of it a bit because I didn't want them, to die.
I think that's why I didn't rate the Daniel Bryan Brock Lesnar match as high as everybody else did because I was scared for Daniel Bryan's health in that match. So,
for many reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that as soon as he took the German suplex, I think I almost cried.
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
like,
I creased. I creased when I saw that. Dude.
I was like, okay,
I'm like, nah.
okay, all right, don't do that again. And they did
Yeah.
again. And I was like, what the fuck?
But then you have
from fucking neck surgery. This guy's got a history of neck and concussion problems, and you got this fucking lunatic dropping him on his neck and head.
Yeah. But then you have the ending of the show. And I like the way they do this, where they even said, good night, everybody, keep tuned on WWE.com. The logo comes up. You think the show is going to go off the air. But then Walter comes out.
Walter!
I'll admit, I didn't...
Water,
Baby. The water.
Aquarius.
The water man. He's not a boy anymore. He's a man.
I'll
The
admit,
water boy.
I didn't react, though. I don't think I reacted as much as everybody else did, because I've never seen him wrestle prior to this.
I've seen his matches, dude. He is so good.
And then I was like, my instinct was like, I think something's happening.
Yeah.
And then it was like, as soon as he was standing at the top of the ramp, so I missed the whole commentary of, oh, it's Walter. I missed that entire thing.
Yeah, but it was, but they still made it feel like it was a big deal because it was at the end of the show.
Dude, even if you didn't know who Walter is prior to this, you're like,
yeah.
Oh shit! This dude looks like he's gonna fuck Pete Dunne up.
He's a fucking.
He looks like a
fucking
star,
brick
dude.
wall.
Dude, he is a massive star night one, dude.
Yeah. And then he lays out Joe Coffey with the big boot.
Joe Coffey's buried.
I hope not, because I really think Joe Coffey had a fucking star-making performance in this match, man.
Yeah,
I don't think
really
he is,
did.
but I think he's gonna get bumped down to the tag team division now.
Well,
which honestly, him and Mark Coffey would be a great team, though.
No, here's what I think's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna go. I think
legit
he's gonna go
brothers.
into a feud with Dave Mastiff now, and he's gonna break Dave Mastiff's undefeated streak.
No.
Which I'm fine with.
No.
Yes,
I love
happening.
Undefeated.
No, you know what? Isn't what's his face? Dave Mastiff Scottish or no?
He's English.
Yeah.
Is he English?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is English. He looks like a Scottish guy. Am I
does
the
look
only
like a
one that gets
Scotsman.
that impression?
But now that we've rated the matches, we've talked about the show. We got to do our final letter grades for this show. We're gonna start with James. But this is let you rate.
No,
You rated.
you don't have to explain it to me. Oh, an A.
Okay.
A show, all the way A.
Why not A+?
Well, because of that botch, I'm scared. I don't want
Okay.
people to die, but it's still an A.
All right. Steve, what do you give this show? I don't need to explain letter grades because if you've ever been in school, you know how letter grades are.
I don't know what they mean, Owen. You gotta tell me.
I'll tell you after.
I give it the Q.
Okay.
Well, that's an F. He gave it an A because
no,
I like it.
What is Mer
it
gonna
gets
join
it
up
gets
too?
a huge A plus for me
Ooh, A+.
because NXT UK understood one thing, and that is you only have one chance to make a first impression. And I think for a lot, I wasn't really keeping up as much with NXT UK as I should have been. Now I am because of this show.
Nice. So this makes you want to watch like future episodes of NXT UK now.
Yes, and if a show does that, then it succeeds.
All right, A+. All right, Chris, your turn. From F to A, what do you give this?
F minus minus minus.
Oh, it's a tail.
How dare you?
I give it the
The
Z.
shittiest show I've ever seen in my whole life.
Worse than Battleground?
Worse than Battleground. Worse than any of the Saudi Arabia shows.
I give
worse
it
than
the
King of
Saudi
Ring.
Arabian government.
Chris, I cannot take you seriously.
Worse than King of the Ring. Worse than Dirt.
Worse than Joe
shit.
Dirt.
Oh my
Worse
god.
than piss. The worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
How dare you, Chris? How dare you?
All right, so quick.
There's that grade.
All right, so Chris gives it an F minus minus. All
Is
right.
there an actual grade or
In all seriousness, joking aside, A show, besides the fact that Mustache Mountain should have won, it's still an A show.
And I agree with you. I don't think I need to go into much detail about it because you guys already did it for me. It's an A. So overall, it gets an A from overall wise. No, not quite an A. Because like I said, when you see an A plus show, you shouldn't have to ask yourself whether or not it's an A plus show. You know an A plus
It's
show.
like a 5-star match. You shouldn't ask yourself if it's 5 stars.
Yes.
But
anyway,
now let's talk about. So we do NXT next, so we can keep James happy. We should do NXT next.
I say honestly, we leave NXT towards the end only because that way I'm happy towards the end.
All right, we'll do everything main roster now. So the best way to do this is we haven't reviewed TLC yet. So what I'll do?
No, we're not going back.
No. Dude, you know when the guy who watches WWE Weekly is saying, "Don't review this show." You don't review this show.
I don't want to go back 2 months ago.
Dude, it's bad. It was bad. It was really bad.
It was bad. I liked TLC.
It wasn't bad. It was just
the reason why we don't want to go back 2 months ago, right? Was because even though the show was good, the show TLC itself may have been good. The time of watching Raw and SmackDown even sometimes was so unbearable for people.
It's gotten better since TLC. A lot better actually since TLC.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's probably much better than it was in TLC, man. TLC was unbearable around that time.
You fucked up once you get this is boring champ between two of the best wrestlers on your brand and Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that match just
fucked up big time.
Sucked so much.
It was so plain.
It
was a I'm doing this for Roman. Fuck you. Okay?
Yeah. The thing that pissed me off about that match, and this is I think this is the only comment we should make about TLC also, is because you have these two guys in a blood feud. The first thing they do is lock up. What?
I've heard that everywhere, and I agree.
What?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Dude, fly with fists.
And
beat the shit out of each other. You're in a blood feud. You're not wrestling to see who's the best in the world. You want to kill each other.
Yeah. All right.
What is
they
going
have a
on?
standard wrestling match.
Then we'll start from like when the new era supposedly had started, which is obviously the night after TLC, because that's kind of.
Oh my lord.
I kind of want to start for the past couple of weeks. I don't want to go back.
Let's just do an abridged version of what's happened. WWE promised changes, and thus far it's been pretty decent.
This is as much as I know because Owen sent me this. He was like keeping me up to date with everything I missed because I missed a lot of it. I was keeping up to date with like the last 2 weeks anyway on YouTube and shit. Yeah. But he sent me some of the things. He's like, the McMahons say they're in power, but they're also giving the fans the power. And in brackets, he wrote in, "Don't believe them." He said, "Don't
we
believe
haven't
them."
had the power yet.
I have the power.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll start
like,
with.
where's the power?
We'll start with the
I don't
last.
see my
I'm
desk.
still wondering when we're gonna get the power because we
Yeah,
haven't
where's
had
my
it
office in Stanford?
All right, well, we'll start with the last couple of weeks. We will mention some things that if we feel like it's necessary to like go back and mention, but
yet. Yeah,
we'll start with the last couple of weeks.
because they've been actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my. I gotta turn these lights on here.
We will mention that though, like, because that was a pretty big promo where the McMahons came out and did say that
Said, we're taking back our own show.
Yeah,
They blamed everything on Baron Corbin, which is fine because Corbin sucks.
Yeah, it is really weird though. Like I've never. Can you imagine like a TV show just breaking like the fourth wall like that and just mention, oh, we kind of messed up and haven't been producing the best television show for you guys, so let's.
They know this.
Yeah.
Dude, all right. I don't care if it's storyline or not. Like, I get it was actually bad, but the fact that you fucked up so bad that you literally had to admit it on TV, storyline or otherwise, I think is dumb. Because you're basically telling
be in that
whatever audience you have left, hey, this show sucks. So why the fuck do they have any reason to go back and watch?
Yeah, exactly. They shouldn't have to admit that on live television.
Dude, this was WCW Nitro 2000 all the way, that segment.
So
that's why I hated it so much. That's why I hated that time period.
I like this. I did like the segment like overall, but I didn't like it, but it was weird.
I mean, I liked it because it made me intrigued to watch the show.
Anything better than Corbin, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how Corbin James has been doing oh, I forgot, I'm the GM. I can just change the rules in the middle of the match.
Yeah,
they did that to him.
They did that to him.
I'm glad.
That was funny.
I was like, every single
seeing Corbin get his was
like, oh, by
enjoyable.
the way, now it's a no disqualification 63-on-1 handicap match. Like what? Like what? Like what is going on?
So I guess I'll talk about. I guess the best way to start is to kind of start with this week's Raw because the Universal title picture really doesn't mean anything unless you talk about this week's Raw because obviously Braun Strowman had won a Universal title match at TLC, but because they were kind of booked in a corner with that because they had to have Strowman win because they wanted to get Corbin out of power.
Yeah.
But I think because at the time they probably didn't realize that Strowman wasn't going to be ready to come back by.
He's definitely not ready to come back.
You can tell like when you see him come out this week, you can see that his elbow is still kind of messed up a little bit.
Yeah, still dinged up.
So it obviously had been reported throughout the day, so we were kind of wondering how they're going to get Strowman out of this match. I like the way they did it. I thought it was very creative. Where Baron Corbin, who apparently thinks he still dresses like he still is the GM though. For some
reason, seen his fucking.
I mean,
he's had a baby.
Finn's right. He looks like he works at TGI Fridays.
Yeah,
he does. He looks.
It's better than his other ring gear.
So what happened is, Baron Corbin came out and was talking shit to Braun Strowman about how he's never gonna main event WrestleMania and stuff. So Strowman chased Baron Corbin backstage, and he was looking all around for him. He threw a Sunil brother. I think it was Sunilson. I think I messed up, but I think I said a Sunil. Brothers. Yeah, the Sunil brothers.
Sunil brother. Well, let me tell you something, Sunil.
So what happened was he was given away by Elias performing a song, which I thought that was cute.
It was cute.
It was very handsome.
I thought it was funny.
It was cute.
And then
look at the boy Elias playing his
He's helping out his little buddy.
And then Braun Strowman. I noticed too. I thought Strowman was gonna break the car with his hands, but no, he grabbed a pipe instead of using his hands because he didn't want to break his hands. So
yeah,
he was gonna do it. And they was like,
he's gonna get him too. Also,
yeah,
no, he was gonna break it with his hand. They was like, wait, Goldberg. No, don't do it.
He learned from Goldberg's mistakes.
Yes, he did.
Everyone did.
I was actually thinking, oh my God, don't hit it with your hands. Do you not know what happens in wrestling when you hit doors with your hand?
I don't want to go down the rabbit hole.
So,
Like a couple of the glass, like the windows were gimmicked, and some of them weren't.
yeah.
That's why he broke his hand.
So Braun
Strowman hit the wrong window.
He hit the wrong one.
So Braun Strowman
still broke it.
Braun Strowman
after he broke it off of it originally.
Yeah. Braun Strowman whips off the door off the limousine and shatters the window, and obviously this kind of tied in because earlier in the day Vince McMahon showed up in the limo and he was very particular about the limousine. He was asking the driver to make sure it was spick and span.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And I remember when I was writing my notes, I wrote this segment down. I'm like, this segment didn't mean anything. Well, it meant more than we thought it was gonna mean.
Yeah. As soon as Braun went to the back, I was like, as soon as they showed the limo, I was like, Corbin's in there. He's destroying the limo.
Yeah.
I knew instantly.
Oh yeah.
So Corbin runs away, and then Vince McMahon shows up, and his reaction to his limousine being destroyed.
It's like, what the hell?
Pure gold.
He's just like,
he just stares at him. Both of them just stares at him.
And he like points it. He's like pointing it out, and he's like speechless. He like doesn't even know what to say. Like
one of the funniest parts of that though was when Braun tried to put the fucking door back on its hinges.
Yes.
So then what happens is Vince McMahon finds him. Was it $100,000 or was it $10,000?
It was like 100.
Okay, I messed up in my review. I said 10,000 by accident. So that's So then Braun Strowman.
Well, I mean, it looks like $100,000 limo. I would hope it's 100,000 and not 10,000.
I would hope so. He's getting fucked.
Yeah. So then Braun Strowman says that
it's a tacky ass car.
This limousine's not even worth $100,000. He thinks it's a worthless piece of crap, and I guess he wanted more of a punishment or something. I don't know what he wanted. So Vince McMahon then's like, you're out of the Universal Championship match. So then security escorts Braun Strowman out of the building. Baron Corbin's all happy about this because he just got rid of Braun Strowman. I don't know why he's all happy about this. It didn't benefit him any. I mean,
it didn't benefit him at all. Actually,
I think he's just scared. I think he's just happy that he won't piss himself when he's getting tipped over by a limousine. To be honest.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Strowman tipped over the limousine afterwards. So,
at least it wasn't like Triple H against Steve Austin. That's about.
Oh my God,
Austin! Don't do this. It's something you're gonna regret. You don't do things you're gonna regret. Don't. No. Holy shit!
That was hilarious.
It was so like. You could tell he wasn't in the car. They made it way too obvious.
Yeah. So then, throughout the night, they were wondering. I guess superstars were backstage waiting to see who Vince McMahon was going to give the Universal Championship match to. It was so important too with the Revival and Lucha House Party. That didn't even matter. That was nothing.
Didn't even fucking matter.
So I am so sick to death of seeing this fucking match. Give the goddamn Revival the fucking tag titles.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
They're gonna get a push, all right, out of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, they supposedly requested their release, but
I'm gonna wait till it's official because I don't.
You have to. Yeah.
I don't know.
I
agree with Chris. I agree with Chris. Actually, I don't believe in a word any of these fucking rumor sites are saying right now. I think they're just riding the hype of the AWE bullshit or AEW.
I do too.
Well, the same thing goes for Meltzer. I can't believe anything Meltzer says anymore because he's in like the Rhodes and Young Bucks like back pocket.
He is.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
He was a credible news source until he's like a consultant for that company. So I don't believe anything that comes out of his fucking mouth anymore.
Yeah.
No, that he's in their back.
Like he wasn't consulting for New Japan behind their back either. Come on now.
I mean, it's more obvious now.
Well, now, no, clearly, this is why I said I don't take his shit credible.
I've never believed a word out of Meltzer's mouth in my entire life. Never have, probably never will.
I mean, he's credible. It's just that now that he's like in their back pocket.
Yeah, no, he's not credible anymore. He's not.
Yeah.
The thing about it is too, since we're on the topic, but before we continue with Raw, everyone's so hyped for this AEW thing.
I'm not.
Oh, look,
In the middle.
everyone was calling me. I can't tell you, Chris, how many people called me like as soon as they heard Jericho signed and Neville
Jericho's a fucking
pack is
traitor.
in. Oh, Cody and the Young Bucks are running in. I'm like, great. Do they have a TV deal?
Nope.
Nope.
Nada.
Do they have a TV deal?
Nope.
No.
Literally nothing.
Already
They said no, they don't have a TV deal, but they're working on getting one. Don't sign anybody until you get a fucking TV deal. Don't sign
That's why
anything.
this company's gonna fail in a year.
It's ridiculous, man.
This company's
It's
not gonna
absolutely
last
ridiculous.
long.
Yeah.
I already think they made the stupidest decision of their lives.
They should have just signed the
the Elite by starting this company up. I already know they made the stupidest decision of their lives.
Well, you know what the problem is
I want to be proved wrong.
It's not just that they need a TV deal; it's that they need a credible source as their provider. You know, like USA Network. That's a network people actually watch. Pop TV.
Yeah.
Who the hell watches Pop TV except Impact Wrestling fans?
Well, they're in Pursuit now. They're in Pursuit.
Well, yeah, I'm just using it as an example.
Who the fuck even watches Pursuit? I didn't even know that was a fucking channel.
Yeah, but Pursuit's the same thing. I don't know what that is. I know what the USA Network is. I know what Fox is.
They need.
They're trying to get on TNT.
Everyone is saying that they're the new WCW because they said it was the new WCW. Yet they have nothing to back that up with.
Yeah,
they do not have a TV deal that is equivalent to a Fox or a TBS or TNT or anything. Nothing of that nature.
I think I'm gonna wait and see how it goes. Like if I'm not gonna, because I'm not. Right now they shouldn't even want to compete with WWE. They're just gonna get their foot in on the ground.
Competition.
Yeah,
they're signing WWE guys.
Well, they've admitted that. I think they've admitted that they're not trying to compete head on with WWE. I think they're planning on going on Tuesdays, their original SmackDown slot, because since they're moving. But
it's just the thing with Jericho is I think Jericho's a traitor.
I think he is too at this point. I mean, going to New Japan was fine in the first place because it was
he said when he went to New Japan that he wouldn't compete in the United States out of respect for Vince McMahon. What is he doing now? He's competing
in the United States against Vince McMahon.
Vince asked him to come to the Greatest Royal Rumble. He asked him to go to Crown Jewel. And what did he do? He wanted a private jet so he could go to and from. Guess what, Chris? Too fucking bad. That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's why he signed.
With honestly,
too fucking bad because Vince didn't cave to your demands. Now you're a fucking traitor.
Yep.
Yeah.
He apparently
he also went behind Vince's back and did the Naito thing.
And here's another thing too.
Deal.
Here's another thing with the AEW thing. The problem with it is everyone's freaking out that this millionaire that owns some fucking Joe Schmo football team, has $100 million. You know how much Ted Turner invested in the WCW? Over $900 million, and that was a fraction of what he earned from TNT. This dude was a billionaire, not a millionaire, a billionaire. That's why they were so successful.
That was his nickname. His nickname was Billionaire Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just that, but you guys know that Ted Turner would literally call Vince McMahon and say, before WCW was even a thing, and say, hey, if I ran a wrestling business, how would you do this? And Vince would actually answer him because Vince didn't think he'd do that to him.
Yeah.
I think the smartest thing for AEW to do is partner up with WWE.
I do too. I think
it's the smartest thing they could do. Not New Japan, not Ring of Honor. They got rejected by them.
Of course they did, because they don't want to. The thing is, if the
New Japan Ring of Honor partnership ends after the MSG show.
If they had told them that this was going to be their plan and they wanted them to join from all in one, they would have a shot to compete with WWE.
Yeah.
They'd absolutely have a shot to compete with WWE. If they went to Ring of Honor New Japan and Impact Wrestling from all in one, they'd have a shot. They didn't do that. And yeah, New Japan and Ring of Honor are understandably pissed because they're thinking, oh, you just betrayed us. You just betrayed our partner. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Big time.
And yeah, that's why I'm not in for All In. All In 2. I might actually not even watch it because I'm that pissed off.
It's called Double or Nothing.
If people want to support all Elite, that's fine. Do not buy into the hype. Think rationally, for God's sake.
Did you see the contracts that they turned down?
Yeah, I did. The Young Bucks.
I saw.
It was huge. They said people within the industry said that it was guaranteed the Bucks and that Kenny and Cody were going to sign those contracts. Guaranteed. They'd be stupid to turn down those contracts.
Well, turns out they're stupid.
Yeah,
they turned down a guaranteed shot at WrestleMania. A guaranteed shot.
This is
headliner.
I hate to say it, but I think the WWE. Yeah, I think the WWE deal was much more better.
They would have been in the Royal Rumble, and they would have had a guaranteed headlining match at WrestleMania.
Even if they didn't want to do that,
Cody, Kenny, all four of them would have been guaranteed a headlining match at WrestleMania.
Well,
even if they didn't want to go to WWE, they had New Japan. New Japan may have not met their deal, but they would have met their schedule that they love to work.
Too, also.
Yeah.
You go
Just
to
stay where you
AEW,
were.
you don't know what's gonna happen, you morons.
Yeah.
And the single fact is, between the 7 or 8 of them, how many years of experience do they have behind the scenes? I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Cody because Dusty was a booker. So he knows what he's doing. Randy doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
Right.
The Bucks don't know what the fuck they're doing. Tony Khan, or whatever the fuck his name is, the son of Shad Khan, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
No, he doesn't. Dude, did you hear that they're not going to hire writers either? That they're going to...
Because the wrestlers are the writers.
Yeah. Dumb.
That's stupid.
This company's stupid to fill.
Exactly. That is exactly what put WCW out of business. You do not have the wrestlers as the writers. You have them produce ideas, sure.
Yeah.
But you have the creative process. That's why it exists. That's why Jim Cornette was a booker. That's why Jim Ross was a talent scout and a booker. That's why you had Dutch Mantel, who in 2008 created one of the best TNA pay-per-views of all time because he booked that shit. You have bookers for a reason. You don't just have the wrestlers as the bookers.
You know why? Because they think they know all. That's why.
Dude, do you know what's sad? When I know how to run a wrestling company better than the fucking Cody and the Young Bucks do. That's really sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know you don't have wrestlers write their storylines. You don't do it.
No.
You don't do it.
Yeah,
because if you have a wrestler write their own storylines, they're gonna if there's too many egos at play.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Because guess what?
Way too many
the
egos.
entire elite's gonna go over every single time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, actually, I say that, but then again, Cody did drop the belt back to Magnus, so maybe he wouldn't. So I don't know. I feel like Cody wouldn't do that. I feel like the Young Bucks would put people over.
And their dumb, stupid sheep fans believe everything that's come out of their mouth.
Who are the people going to want to see? They're going to want to see the Elite.
Yeah.
They're going to want to see Jericho. Yeah. They're going to want to see Pac. They're not going to care about the rest of the guys they bring in.
Exactly.
Because they're not big-time stars like they are.
No.
Maybe
Goldberg, too. And here's the thing, too, and this is the thing that I think
limited
is the
appearances.
Dumbest thing. Jericho is on his way out the door sometime, somewhere.
Soon.
Somehow. Same thing with Goldberg if they sign him, which is a rumor.
Yeah.
2 of your big stars gone right away.
And maybe appearing twice a year.
Well, it also explains because you and me, Chris, were kind of questioning why all these NXT talents are getting called up. I have a feeling the NXT talents that got called up were supposed to, they're taking the spots of the Elite.
And the thing is, too, let's say the Revival and the Bennetts get their release from WWE. What's going to happen? They're going to go to AEW and get lost in the shuffle over there, too?
Yeah.
Because the Revival and the Bennetts are not going to move the needle towards competition towards WWE.
No.
And that's
No.
why I think Kenny's going to be. You know what? I actually think Kenny's coming to WWE now because
He's
of that.
not.
I think
He's already
I think he sees the writing on the wall.
There's a very trusted source that said that he's going to AEW
Why?
because he's a sheep. He's just following his friends.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
look,
He came out earlier
for
today.
that,
Shit
but
ton of money.
Here's the thing. Kenny
Here's
Omega came
another
out
thing,
earlier
too.
today and said, I promise that wherever I wind up, I will be on an international platform. And like, that doesn't really sound like AEW to me. But at the same time, he's really hinted at that's where he's going. So if you want my answer, I really don't think there is one. I think it's a game of wait and see.
I want him to go to WWE because I think there'll be better competition for him in WWE. New
I do
match,
too.
new people. He can feud with Woods. He can feud with Kofi, Big E, whoever.
Seth.
Seth Rollins,
AJ Styles.
AJ.
Yep, AJ.
They can have that Bullet Club match. There's so much more for him to do in WWE than there ever would be in All Elite Wrestling.
Yes.
you know what I think? You know what? Another thing I said to myself: $100 million, even though it's not big as far as Ted Turner's pocketbook, it's still a lot of money. And I said, instead of trying to create a promotion from the ground up, you easily could have bought out Ring of Honor and Impact with that money.
They
made them way better.
Impact tried to sell their company to the Bucks and Cody, and they turned it down.
So how dumb do they have to be, honestly?
Because you know why?
You could have. And the funny thing is,
a company from the bottom, and they don't want something inherited to them.
And the funny thing is, it's not that hard because I'm thinking if you buy out Ring of Honor and Impact, even though Ring of Honor might be worth a little bit more, you could have Ring of Honor. You can have the AEW name, whatever you want to change it to that. That's fine. Then you have the two shows: AEW Honor, AEW Impact. You literally had it right there in your face.
Yeah.
Well,
You
it's
didn't
not just
have to
that.
build.
Yep.
You didn't have to build a company from the ground up. The Indies were your company. That's why All In was such a big success. Was because of the fucking Indies. You
Also,
dumb
too,
shits.
I heard Brian Zane brought up a good point. It was last week, I think, on his Who Wore It Best, but he said that it's going to be too saturated, the independent circuit.
Yes, and you
It's
know
gonna be
what?
way too
The
saturated.
independent
Ring
circuit's
of Honor,
pissed, and
New
they're going to
Japan.
sign people to multi-year contracts now.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
That's so we'll have to wait and see what happens with AEW. I think it could be a drastic mistake because for all the reasons you guys pretty much just.
It is.
So before we get back on track here,
we'll get back on track. But one thing I'll say, and we'll end it here. It's not going to be a drastic mistake. It already is a drastic mistake. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm already giving this company no faith whatsoever because I think they're fucking idiots.
Yes,
and
agreed.
I'm shocked, James, they're actually on my side because I thought you wouldn't be.
No, I'm on your side, honestly. I wanted to believe it, but no, I'm not seeing you know what it is, because I've been let down so many times for legitimate competition to WWE that I'm not going to believe it until a Ted Turner figure comes in. Whoever this guy is not that figure. I don't care what anyone wants to tell me. He has $100 million, right, that he's investing in this. Ted Turner had millions, way more
on
than
top
him.
of millions.
Yeah.
And I will say, I will address the because the reasons why people are reporting that people think that Mike and Maria Kanellis are going to leave WWE.
Oh my God.
They're not. That's a storyline they did on 205 Live. The post that she did, where you watched 205 Live, right, James?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
I mean, I think
saw that segment.
I think that's a storyline.
It's a storyline. Literally, you know what they're setting up for? They're probably setting up for whoever one of the new cruiserweights is coming in.
Yeah.
That's what it's setting up for. It's not setting up for anything else.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, everyone thinks it's them wanting to leave. I think it's just a storyline. That's all that is. So.
Why would Mike
want to leave? What? Most of these people that were reporting that, they probably do want to leave. Guess what? They can't because they're locked down under contract.
Yeah.
Stop saying they're going to leave when literally, if they do, they'd be in breach of contract, which is illegal, which could be punishable from a fine up to even prison time.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's illegal.
You
It's
fucking
illegal
retard fucking
to
news
leave
site.
a contract.
Shut up.
Yeah. All right, so now we'll get back to
Well,
you know,
Yeah, if you want my
Universal.
whole perspective on it for AEW, it's like this. I'm very excited for day one. I'll say that right now. I'm looking forward to whatever this Double or Nothing pay-per-view is. I'm sure it'll be great, but I have no hope for day two.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't blame you.
Because
I don't
everything's
even
leading
have
up to
what-
this pay-per-view.
You have
Which
more
they're
optimism than I do,
promising-
Steve. I don't even have hope for All In Double or Nothing now.
Oh wow, no,
The reason
nothing.
why is
Promising
because
pay-per-view before television.
yes, that
Yeah.
and the fact
They
that
have
the
an
reason
ass
why All In,
backwards.
the first All In was a success was because they literally were working with Ring of Honor and Impact and all those other companies.
Yeah,
They
getting
don't
the
have that
That's
this
true.
time.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have that.
They don't have. They
Yeah,
don't
you know
have
that's
a-
true. I could be wrong. Time will tell.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
time
suck.
will tell.
It's this. I wanted All One to be a success because I thought that was cool what the Bucks did. Now I look back on it, I said, God damn it, that they should have fucking failed. Because had they failed, they'd be in WWE in the Rumble and they would have signed those contracts.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
You know what the problem is too, and this is the one thing, and these are the same people that say they want to take the business in a different approach and a serious approach, yet they're probably going to sign a guy like Joey Ryan.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the exact same
yeah.
people we're dealing with here.
And Joey Ryan is very close with the Elite too because
Yep.
of All In too. So
All
he
in.
is. Yes.
The
And
Southern
I
California.
fucking hated that segment, and that's you know what? I lost hope after that segment. I'll be honest with you.
I thought
After
that
that
was so stupid.
fucking Joey Ryan storyline,
I laughed at first. I'm like, after a while, I was like, that's fucking stupid.
yeah, especially if you're going on national TV or attempting to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. Let's finish up Raw.
So Finn Balor, I got messed up. So yeah, there was questions about what was going to happen with the Universal Championship. There was superstars backstage. I did laugh at the Kurt Hawkins one where he mentioned that it was going to be Streak versus what championship reign. I thought that was funny. And obviously Heath Slater saying he doesn't want to wrestle Brock Lesnar because he's got kids, guys. He can't
Got
wrestle.
kids,
Got
it's
keys.
quadriplegic.
Yeah. So Vince McMahon, and obviously we had an EC3 cameo. I did enjoy the Jerry the King Lawler cameo too because it was in Memphis. I thought that was a very smart way to utilize him because I think he was there that day anyways, negotiating his contract.
He was, for sure.
Which I think that put that. I know back to AEW, there was rumors he was going to commentate for AEW. That just put those rumors. That shut those rumors up.
Yeah, there
Wow.
were rumors that JR and King were going to be the commentators. I laughed my ass off when I heard that.
I did
was like,
too.
absolutely
My
not.
ass.
King ever since 1993 has been a fucking WWE guy.
JR after his contract's up, maybe not.
They're
King.
trying to get JR at least.
Yeah, I think they'll possibly get JR, but now Ken's definitely not going there now because he'll be in breach of contract and in jail. So unless he wants to go.
You know what this is going to be? You know what All Elite's going to be? I hate to go back to this. It's going to be a more expensive WWA. Best way I can put it. The Australian promotion.
Yeah. But anyhow, so then Vince McMahon went out to the ring to announce it. But of course, before he can even make the announcement, he gets interrupted by John Cena, who's been back.
It's the trumpets.
Yeah, he's been who's been back for a couple weeks now. Now a lot of people are happy John Cena's back, but really I don't really see the benefit of him being back really because.
Obviously we'll get to it, but yeah.
Yeah, but when he cut his first promo on SmackDown, if you and I were gonna guess for word what he was gonna say, we pretty much guessed it, except maybe the Nikki thing, but that's it. So,
Come on, Nikki.
But yeah, anyhow, he comes out and says that if Vince McMahon's given him the ball and chances, and he's knocked it out of the park, he wants Vince McMahon to do it this time, which I was very scared because I didn't want to see Cena versus Lesnar. And then Drew McIntyre came out, and they've been feuding lately, so that made sense. Baron Corbin came out, which obviously that kind of didn't make sense, but whatever. I mean, I guess it made sense because he got Strowman out of the match. But then Finn Balor came out. That's when things really got interesting. It was once Finn came out, and he brought up, all of the news articles in the past where Vince would consistently said that he's not over. I actually loved that. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said, you haven't believed in me since day one.
Yep. And he said he's going to prove Vince won now. But, of course, he got laid out by the Claymore kicks by McIntyre. He got one. McIntyre gave Balor one, and then he gave Cena one. So Vince McMahon says it's going to be a fatal four-way match. One thing I don't like about these type of segments, though, is what prevents, like, somebody like all the guys, like, that were backstage pretty much just got shafted out of a world championship.
Yep, they did.
Because they pretty much, why didn't they just go out to the win if they really wanted a Universal Championship match? But whatever.
Kurt Hawkins, take notes.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins should win the Universal Championship and break his streak.
Yeah. But then Jinder Mahal, he said, though, that he gave a reason because he was checking on Sunil Sin. He was worried about his friend. And
Yeah, now he cares about him.
yeah, he wants an opportunity. So Vince says he could pick anybody from the Fatal 4-Way. It was really weird how Vince explained it because it made it sound like it just was really weird. Like, I think the commentators, like, Vince didn't explain it well, so the commentators had to, like, but pretty much he picks someone from the Fatal 4-Way match. They have a match, and the winner goes into the match. So I guess, I guess Balor was defending his spot.
Yeah, Balor would be replaced if he lost.
Yeah. Well, because Jinder Mahal picked Finn Balor because he's
For some
small.
reason, Finn's always got to fucking compete to get into a Fatal 4-Way that he was already in.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it have been Cena? Why did it have to be Balor?
You know what?
Right?
Jinder Mahal picked Balor because he's small.
We'll get to why it all really mattered later on.
Yeah. So then Jinder Mahal and Finn Balor have the match. I think everybody expected Finn Balor to win, but I thought I did a good job building him up for the Fatal 4-Way.
I'm not going to lie. There were actually moments I thought, shit, Jinder's going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ginger.
And then we had the 4-Way match. It was a pretty...
Yeah. Speaking of Eva Marie, fun fact, she's going to be on Big Brother Celebrity Season 2.
Ooh.
Boo.
Yes.
Don't care.
So if you want to watch Eva Marie do stupid shit, tune in.
That's easy. Join AEW.
Oh, yeah. That's also an option.
All right, but then Finn Balor won the 4-Way match. He pinned John Cena, which obviously he was the right guy. It should have been, John Cena or Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin's being buried right now, which I'm happy about because I don't really like Baron Corbin that much.
No one does.
John Cena, obviously as the veteran, it's not going to hurt him if he loses. And afterwards, he said that at the end of the night, John Cena believes in Finn Balor. And they put over Finn Balor huge on this.
Like $1 million.
They did.
Now, I know, we could sit here and talk about, how he's going to lose to Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble and stuff. And obviously, we could talk about all that. But I don't really care about all that because I'm happy we're getting this match because we were never meant to get this match. Like, last year, Balor was shafted from this match.
I was right. They're finally doing the match just a year later than I wanted it to happen.
Yeah. Because think about it. A year ago, we were supposed to get this match, but then it was shafted for Braun Strowman. Now it's reversed. Obviously, now, one thing, though, is they got to do one thing at the Royal Rumble. Because right now, if Finn Balor just comes out there as Finn Balor, no one believes he's going to win.
The Demon.
If he comes out as the Demon, there'll be believability that he'll win. And I think that's gonna. I think that's gonna happen.
Demon.
I think he's gonna come out.
He has to be the Demon.
He has to.
Yeah.
But the problem is, does he
definitely
win?
a moment to bring out the Demon. I think Brock Lesnar will look amazingly strong if he beats the Demon too, and then goes on to fight Seth Rollins, who would eventually beat him. To be honest, which would make Rollins look amazing.
Yeah, make him look unbelievable. Yeah.
Because everybody thinks that the Demon. I mean, yes, the Demon's technically undefeated, but technically he's not because the Demon does have a loss at a takeover event. Does everyone know? Does everybody know the takeover event that he lost at?
Right. Which one did he lose at?
The end against Samoa Joe.
Yep, in the cage match. So, but I guess they want us to forget about that, but I don't forget about that.
Cage matches look small in that arena.
Yes, they do. But yeah, overall, I liked everything they did with Finn Balor. I think it was awesome, and I actually can't wait for that match. Hopefully, he's the Demon. If he's not the Demon, I'll be very disappointed. So,
I'm going to be sad.
So, what are you guys' thoughts about Finn Balor getting into a Universal title match?
Thumbs up. It's about damn time.
Love it.
Yeah, he finally gets the rematch he deserves.
Yeah.
He already got the rematch. He got the rematch against Roman Reigns in
Oh yeah,
like the night
true.
after.
True.
I know they don't want you to remember that either. The WWE like wants you to have selective memory. They want you to remember
They
what
do
they.
have a habit of doing the selective memory card.
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
collective.
I'm tired of that. That's why another reason I still don't watch is because they insult my. They're like, you don't remember this, but I do.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You
I
didn't
do.
see anything.
You
So
didn't see
let's talk.
shit.
Let's talk about something that WWE has dropped the ball on hugely, and that's Dean Ambrose's heel turn.
Yep. Yep.
I heard a rumor of why he was going to be a heel, but they didn't do it. It
Yeah.
was going to be supposedly that Seth and Renee were getting it on, and Dean found out about it.
Oh my God.
That would have
You
been.
gotta,
I
you
hope
gotta
they
go
abandon that.
salacious.
Yep.
Yep.
I would hope they don't do that. I hope they would just abandon ship on that idea.
They did.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that, but apparently it's
Now-
not gonna. So.
Yeah, I gotta be honest though. I think the worst thing about Seth Rollins' heel turn is
That
Renee
is
Young just
Dean
playing it
Ambrose.
off as
You mean Dean
oh yeah, Dean Ambrose, my bad. She just plays it off as, oh, I don't know anything. Like, fuck you, you know plenty.
You sleep next to him.
Yeah. It's like that is the biggest load of crap I have heard all day.
Yeah.
Renee Young
It's
trying to stay
so
face.
annoying.
No, turn her heel. Turn her heel, turn Corey Graves face, or turn
Please.
Michael Cole. I don't know. It's just really stupid, I think, that they're trying to have believability in the idea that Renee Young is still a face.
Well, what the weird thing is about it though is like anytime Dean Ambrose has a match or anything, she's always in favor of her husband. So it's like.
Yeah, and then Corey Graves turns on Dean,
Yeah.
so it's like.
How much you want to bet that they want to forget that they already made the Renee Young Dean Ambrose storyline canon after the whole Miz and Maurice thing? I guarantee you they were trying to make that uncanon. Guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's talk about though. I think they dropped the ball hugely too because like Dean Ambrose isn't like the crazy Dean Ambrose I think everybody wanted when he turned heel. He's a
He's the
germaphobe.
philosophical Dean Ambrose.
He is
He's just
far from it.
He's just what like he was before, but like turned up times like 5. Not even a whole lot. Just like times 5.
Yeah.
As opposed to going times 100.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and you know that they've messed up because literally not even a month later on Raw this week, they already took the Intercontinental Championship off of them. Now, look, I'm happy.
The title went to the Almighty Bobby Lashley.
I think very, very relatively soon, I think they're going to put Seth and Dean back together again.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's going to go down that road.
I mean,
they're going to come up with something where Dean apologizes to Seth because he was blinded by the fact that he wanted to be the top guy.
Yeah.
You know what the
they're
sad
gonna come up
thing
with
is?
something like that.
Like
to be
I said, this was going to be.
jealous.
I said week 1 after it happened when he did the turn, this was going to be a flop.
I knew it was going to be a flop from the start. I hated it from the beginning.
The problem is, it was like this. If you were going to do this, you needed to make him Jon Moxley. You needed to make him the Jon Moxley character.
Exactly.
Like, maybe a little toned down. I understand he can't swear and all that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you needed to go with the Jon Moxley psychopathic character. You didn't need to go and make a whole new gimmick
Dean
for him.
Ambrose times 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I said this to Chris on Monday. Be like Randy Orton is right now.
Exactly. The funniest thing is, they gave Randy Orton what Dean Ambrose's gimmick should have been. Easily. Yeah. Orton has done the gimmick he's done now. He's doing the gimmick that he did in 2009. That should be Ambrose's gimmick right now.
Yeah. So
Orton should be a babyface where, because he has nothing left to prove his ego. He's got nothing left.
I like him better as a heel personally, so I'm not.
I mean, yeah, but does he need it or does Ambrose need it more? You know what I mean?
I also, but I hope no one gets this mistaken. I did like the fact that Lashley won though, because he was like flopping, like doing nothing. I actually like the fact that he's Intercontinental Champion, and I think that's awesome. I hope it leads to I don't know what's going to happen because what's really weird is the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn vignettes disappeared. I did read online somewhere that they weren't coming back anywhere in the immediate future. They just wanted us not to forget about them.
This aggravates me because I saw the same thing, and I'm like,
they're going to be there for WrestleMania.
Having them come back at the Rumble. They are cleared. Put them as surprise entrants in the Rumble.
Actually, they're not cleared until February.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, yeah, then that makes sense then.
But they're definitely going to. They have WrestleMania matches almost penned in.
And I think they're going to have a match with Bobby Lashley.
For sure, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to come back as babyfaces. It makes sense.
But the funny thing is, Chris, it makes too much sense, so they won't do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They could just do what they did with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Where Seth got hurt, everyone thought he was going to come back as a babyface. He comes back as a heel.
Yeah.
And they turn him fucking 2 months later. Anyway.
Hey, remember, this is the same company that had Braun Strowman beat up Kevin Owens for weeks, and then when he had that Dogs of War faction, Kevin Owens was helping him beat up the Shield. So
Right. A week after he quit too. So let's talk.
I mean, it's just, I really don't know what to say. I don't.
All right, let's go. Let's move on.
I want to talk about the new Seth Rollins.
Keep it moving.
Let's talk about the new Seth Rollins. So, what was it? 3 weeks ago now, where that whole Triple H and him segment went down, where Triple H wanted the old Seth Rollins to come out of him. I thought that was an awesome segment right there.
Yeah, it was.
Seth Rollins has been a new, and we know why they're putting out this new Seth Rollins, because they want to build him up for Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and I think that would be awesome. He destroyed Lashley. I have a feeling short-term wise there's going to be a feud between Rollins and Lashley for the IC title, but then obviously that would get blown up.
This is leading to Universal title win for Seth Rollins easily.
That's much deserved too, with the year he had last year and stuff.
Absolutely. From WrestleMania 34 onward, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's talk about the new Daniel Bryan. That gimmick is that's how you do a heel turn, right?
Love it.
I love it. It's the best gimmick.
I like it because I hate him so much.
I can't hate him, because it's just the same Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. It's so weird hearing him say the Yes Movement's dead. It's so strange.
Yeah. You know what the funny thing is? I can't see him ever going back to the Yes Movement after this gimmick.
I can't either.
He'll probably say that their thing is too, once they turn someone back again, is to apologize for the past transgressions.
Yeah.
He'll be like, I got power hungry. I got, I wanted the WWE title so bad that I wasn't myself, or something like that.
Yeah. But I love the new Daniel Bryan. We didn't get to talk about it, but he had an awesome match with Mustafa Ali, which that was awesome.
Mustafa Ali, man, is
hopefully he doesn't become the nude Daniel Bryan though.
No, we don't want that.
Oh God.
But
if you do, hey, that's great for you.
But I feel like this definitely was a necessary heel turn, because while I still liked Daniel Bryan when he was a face, it felt like he was just kind of, his comeback just kind of, something wasn't feeling right about his comeback when he came back.
Yeah, it just felt, it was awesome, but then he kind of, instead of going for the WWE title, which they should have done, he was in a feud with Big Cass.
Yeah.
Went absolutely
and then
Captain Generico.
But I don't know, it just, even the Miz feud I liked, it just even felt off with the way it ended and everything too.
I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad we're not going to get that match now.
We don't know, because Miz is a face now, so we'll get into that. But the new Daniel Bryan is awesome with the way he delivers his promos. And guess what, Steve? He does something that you even like. He gets booed.
He does.
I don't think.
Not by me. I'll never fucking boo him.
No way.
I don't care if he comes in and insults my family.
I'll be like, yeah, they're assholes. You're right.
Yeah, I know. They're
But
assholes,
he even did.
every one of them.
He even did that.
I know.
He even did that. He even did that segment like in the concession stands too, where like he yelled at people for eating hot dogs and
Fickle.
It's so amazing.
he yelled at him
He's an eco warrior.
he yelled at them for calling him impotent. Because that was awesome.
This is Bryan Danielson turned up times 1,000.
Yeah, but meanwhile, there's been a change in AJ Styles because the Christmas edition of SmackDown.
Yeah, because apparently Vince McMahon's AJ Styles' dad now.
Yeah, I actually like this segment. Where
I just got that.
Actually, I didn't know where
tough love.
I didn't know where that segment was going though at first though when Vince McMahon said "Who are you?" I thought like he was gonna like pretend like he never knew who AJ.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna go for
I
the
read the
Alzheimer's
comments
gimmick.
on like one of the videos, like I forget where it was, and people were legitimately pissed. Like, how dare you say who's AJ Styles?
Yeah.
He should know who his top guy is.
He knows
like it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
No shit. Vince McMahon knows who he is. Why would he put the title on him?
But I thought
he had no idea who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Who's this guy? Huh? Why did I make this guy champion? Who is?"
No, you know what would have been hilarious if he wasn't that the guy who was in TNA forever ago?
Yeah.
Is that the Phenomenal Alan?
But
Phenomenal Alan Jones.
But the reason they did this is because Vince McMahon wanted to bring like that animal out of AJ Styles. He said there's an animal in there and it's just dying to get out.
Hurt. He's got an animal inside of him.
That's what
Vince gotta hurt, man. What if it's a bear?
He has a rabid Wolverine inside of him.
So then
the ghost of Chris Benoit is haunting AJ Styles' house.
Oh no!
Kill him! Watch out!
But then AJ Styles, Vince McMahon wanted that animal to come out. He slapped him in the face, and then AJ Styles decked Vince McMahon, and they've run with the storyline because you can see that there's AJ Styles is different now than he was at TLC. Like, watch that Fatal 5-Way match he had. That was an aggressive AJ Styles.
It was.
And obviously, he won and is now a contender for the WWE Championship.
I said my boy Mustafa Ali didn't get the win.
Mustafa?
I wish he did.
Mustafa the Wii.
And then, but there's just this, and then he attacked Daniel Bryan out of control. The new Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry, you got to get that right.
Not the new either.
Hello, everybody. This is Vince McMahon. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a yarmulke on his head, and we're gonna call him the Jew Daniel Bryan.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's gonna come up to music. It's gonna be all like. We're gonna have him hang out with the Jew Man group.
Oh God!
But anyhow,
he's gonna come on a chair.
Paul Heyman's
smash
like the advocate.
Paul Heyman's gonna be.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Lord.
Oh my God.
But anyhow, they even did a fight in the concessions with AJ Styles. I liked how he came out.
Was Mort Goldman in the concession stand?
Oh, he cut my phone with the glass.
But Chris, I like the whole Becky Lynch and Asuka win the win, and AJ Styles just randomly comes out just to go into the concession stands too.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Oh man!
I love how AJ Styles was backstage throwing his merchandise out, and he was ripping gloves at kids.
Yeah, and then he got attacked by the new Daniel. I guess the new Daniel Bryan too was stalking the real AJ Styles too.
He's also nude, so watch out.
Can you explain this joke, Chris? Because did someone mess up his name or something, or?
No, I just like calling him the nude Daniel Bryan. It's
okay, so there's no joke in the wrestling
world.
world.
It's just my rib on him.
I mean, hey, Brie Bella sees the new Daniel Bryan every night in bed.
That's how Birdie was born. So.
That's true.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Turdy Bryan.
And the new Daniel Bryan got mustard all over him too. I bet he didn't like that very much.
Oh my God, he was rolling in mustard.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna spray paint him, and then we're gonna call him the Blue Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
Blue Daniel Bryan.
He blew himself.
He's gonna be sad all the time.
But let's get in all seriousness, what does everybody think of the new Daniel Bryan?
Thumbs up.
Great character.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's
He
like him in
works
real life.
because
times
I
like a
hate him.
million.
He's just so annoying.
Yep.
It's perfect.
And then we have, I think Mustafa Ali too has been doing well on SmackDown. I did not expect that at all. Like, I don't even think he was originally supposed. I think him going on SmackDown was supposed to be a one-time thing, and I think he impressed so much that they just put him on the roster. And I think that's an
Same.
awesome move
Yeah.
for him. Right now it looks like he's gonna go into a feud with Samoa Joe because Samoa Joe like beat the crap out of him. So, yeah, he's. But that's a weird feud because really none of them can afford to lose that feud because Samoa Joe will look really dumb if he loses. I guess that's Jeff Hardy feud is over now. So,
I
I
feel
kind of want
like
Mustafa Ali to come out on top of this feud, though.
yeah, me too.
though if Mustafa Ali doesn't, he'll still be like that underdog where even if he loses, he'll still be over. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So.
And then you have
I personally want Samoa Joe's WrestleMania feud to be him against John Cena and play into the whole, hey, Cena, just so you know, you got me here. So, in retrospective, all the destruction I've caused is your fault.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So then we have the U.S. Championship feud with Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Because Rusev on Christmas Day, on his birthday, not really because it was taped, but so that does not break down. Rusev did not win on his birthday. That does not break down that stereotypical thought. Rusev still did not win on his birthday. It was a taped show that was taped on December 19th, 2018. So that doesn't count.
It aired on his birthday, though.
Yeah, but it was taped. Doesn't
It
count.
also aired on Rusev Day.
It did.
Fucking Rusev Day. God.
He won the United States Championship. That was awesome. But still, they're not doing anything with the championship. He wasn't even on the show this week. And I guess, WWE randomly forgot about their no rematch clause thing because, Nakamura is getting a rematch for no reason for the United States Championship. It's just
Yep.
Well, they dropped that storyline within a week. So there's that.
Yeah, no, they'll drop it. They'll drop it when it's convenient.
Yeah. So I don't like that. A lot of people don't really like the fact that they dropped that, but I'll tell you why I liked it because I think rematches should be earned. Think about it with.
Well, you know what? It's them trying to be more like UFC because in UFC you don't get a rematch clause. If you deserve a rematch, you'll get a rematch. If you don't deserve a rematch, you won't get a rematch.
That's why I like New Japan better because there's no automatic rematch clause. You have to really earn your
automatic rematch clauses are gone.
Yeah, like Seth. Well, not anymore apparently because Shinsuke Nakamura is just randomly getting a United States title match.
Automatic.
Didn't earn that.
Gone.
But think about it. When Seth Rollins got his rematch against Dean Ambrose for that IC title, he earned that rematch.
The IC title. It's made of ice.
Yes. So then, Chris, I'm going to let you talk about this next storyline with the Usos and the Bar. No, sorry. The Usos and Mandy Rose, not the Bar.
Mandy Rose the whore.
The Usos and Mandy Rose at the bar.
Talk about the storyline.
The whore. She keeps sending him pictures. She lured him to the hotel room where she stripped down and looked really hot, and then she said she was just doing it so she could piss off Naomi, get Naomi mad. And then Naomi beat the piss out of her.
I guess it worked too because Naomi's mad. So
did everybody see Mandy Rose eat shit on the towel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to just say, did anyone see Mandy Rose eat shit?
I mean,
I was gonna say,
hey,
well, you know what I did see
Exhibit
WrestleMania weekend is I saw a
I
really
don't know what
fat
she does
guy
in the
eat.
bedroom, and I don't want to know if that's
So-
the case.
The question I have is why are the top tag team on SmackDown involved in a crappy storyline like this? And
because ratings.
And also, I got a question. Why was Jimmy Uso contemplated whether or not he was going to go into that room when he's a married man? That is a big.
I guarantee.
See, at the same time, though, it's
the church is very upset with him.
It's Mandy Rose.
That's true, yeah. But still, he's a married man.
I think it's
he did it for Total Divas.
I think it's Jimmy Uso that went in there with her. I think that's who it is.
No, I think that's what the storyline should have been.
Jimmy Uso's married to Naomi.
I think Jay should have gone in there instead of
Jay
Jimmy.
should have gone in there.
Yeah, Jay. Whoever.
It turns out that Jimmy is Jay and
I don't know.
Jay is
You
Jimmy.
can't fucking tell them apart anyway.
Yeah, but
That's
still,
what
it
I'm
would have been
saying.
fun.
Same
It turns
person.
out that it's Jay Uso, and he just didn't want to say it.
It turns
Actually,
out that
Jimmy-
both of them are just an unfused Rikishi.
It turns out that they both came for Rikishi's balls.
Hey, you
They
think
did.
they did the stink face in bed?
Who wants to
Brutal.
talk?
He did the reverse stink face, actually.
Who wants to talk about this?
69.
Who wants to talk about this Miz
96.
Shane McMahon feud?
Wait, what?
It's funny.
Who wants to talk about the? Who wants to talk about this Miz Shane McMahon feud?
Oh my God, kill me now. It's so dumb.
Can we even discuss it? Can we just pretend
Tag
it's
team
not a thing?
champions come the Royal Rumble. They're gonna win them,
Yeah, no,
and then they're gonna parade around. Yeah.
no.
Eating cake.
They're gonna be transition champions for Sanity.
I did like the promo though that the Miz cut on Christmas Day, where he said that he wanted to be a tag team with because his dad, he wants to finally make his dad proud. That's believable because if you know the story of Mike Mizanin, George Mizanin never has said that he's proud of him. So
That's true.
I did
His
like.
dad
the
did get
news,
scared by
though,
Randy Orton that one time,
Getting the
though.
shit beaten out of them.
Yeah. Did anyone else laugh too when the Miz said this week that he bought this cake at this fancy place because it brought you back to that episode of Miz and Mrs. with the cake where he didn't even I don't know.
Hilarious.
Well, they dropped the cake.
You
Speaking of
know,
which, where is
although-
Randy? Where is Randy Orton, by the way?
He's banging his wife.
That's a good reason not to show up. for one.
He's probably rubbing his hand with his dick and then shaking people's hand. Still.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. For sure.
And then
Rumor has it the ghost of Chris Benoit kicked the Miz out of the locker room for eating chicken again.
Again.
all right, James. Because you haven't been able to talk because you don't know anything main roster.
He doesn't know anything anyway.
No, I know some of this
You don't know
stuff.
anything.
Talk about what's going on in the cruiserweight division because that's your.
Before I get into
Cruiserweight
that,
divide.
I do want to say you forgot about Otis Dozovic.
Oh, I'll talk about the call-ups. Yeah, I forgot. So
Give
there's
us
six.
Otis.
There's six people being called up to the main roster from NXT. They were showing vignettes for them for weeks, and now they're finally showing up.
Out of the 6 people, I don't want to see the EC3 win ever again. I don't want to see his ass every single fucking time he's on camera.
No.
Yeah,
That's
so
what's showing is
who are the call-ups?
I'll
name
say.
them off. Just name them off one by one.
Lacey Evans. I don't understand this one at all because I don't think she's not.
Two green, not ready.
I like Lacey Evans. I actually think she's going to be good.
Yeah,
I don't
two
think
green.
I
not
agree
ready.
I agree with you, Steve, but I don't think she's ready for the main roster yet, though.
Plus, her finisher's ass.
It's a punch.
No, it's an elbow. I think.
It's not believable.
Well, if it's an elbow, it's a different story. But if it was a punch, it was a punch before.
I think she's going to change her finisher on the main roster, but I think her gimmick is going to work really well.
We'll see. The heavy machinery, that's awesome. I feel
that's probably the best call up because Otis.
So I gotta be honest with you, I've never been a super huge fan of heavy machinery, and I don't know why because they're pretty funny.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Then we have Nikki Cross, which that makes sense because she was supposed.
Why is she on Raw?
Now here's the thing:
No, James,
they made it clear that the newbies have the chance to be on both Raw and SmackDown until the shakeup.
Oh my God, this is so confusing.
That's what WWE's here for, Chris. No, Chris.
Just sign them.
I'm not James.
I mean, I think it's obvious that Nikki Cross will end up on SmackDown for Sanity.
All right, so hold on. I said Lacey Evans, Heavy Machinery, because it's supposed to be 6, and then Nikki Cross. There's 2 more. There's EC3 and somebody else. I'm missing somebody.
Lars Sullivan.
EC3.
Lars, my head hurts, Sullivan.
EC3 is dead to rights. If Bobby Roode was, he'll be, and Lars Sullivan, if he
we don't.
may be like a Braun Strowman, that's about it.
So
We don't-
apparently Lars Sullivan's not doing too hot right now, I guess.
No, he's not.
No, that's
Yeah,
why I
well, seeing
forgot.
Lars.
Because that's why we haven't
He's
seen.
actually kind of doing cold.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's freezing in Alaska.
So I will ask James first because he doesn't have a lot of which out of the 6 call-ups, and you have to answer this. Who do you think will do the best out of the 6?
Otis, hands down.
So that heavy machinery then.
Yeah,
Because-
Otis. No, like Otis by himself.
What about the worst? Like we'll just fall into the crack.
Lacey Evans.
Yeah, Evans.
What about you, Chris? You already said the worst. What do you think will do the best?
Nikki Cross.
Okay. What about you, Steve?
Unless he joins Sanity again.
Who I think is going to do the worst?
And the best.
So the best, I think, is going to actually be Lacey Evans for some reason.
Okay.
I really don't know why. It's just a gut feeling, I guess. Worst?
She has a right, a woman's right.
Worst is going to be heavy machinery.
Okay. All right. Now I'll answer mine. Now I feel like Lars Sullivan we really can't
You're
answer
going to answer
because
your own question.
Lars Sullivan, there's no middle ground. He's either going straight to the top or he's going to hang out at the bottom of the barrel for the rest of his life.
obviously it's because of his personal life too. So I'm not really gonna answer Lars Sullivan yet. I actually am gonna support. I think EC3 will do the best. He's just very charismatic, and I think he'll do the best.
We said that about Bobby Roode. Look what happened to Bobby Roode. Just saying.
Yeah, but I want to have hope. The worst, I think, will be Lacey
But
Evans.
he's also the charismatic enigma.
Hey, they
No,
could.
that's Jeff Hardy. Fun fact:
Imagine
Jeff
Bobby
Hardy is
Roode
also the Antichrist of professional wrestling.
Hey, but guys,
He's also
though,
Willow. He's also what was his name back in before he joined WWE, back when he was doing backyard wrestling?
I have no idea, but
I know Matt's was High Voltage.
Yeah.
And WCW stole it.
let's just have Jeff Hardy start smoking buds on his way up to the ring again.
No.
How about taking pills before a match? He's like,
No.
That's so bad.
So lately, though, we've seen these call-ups. This week, actually, Nikki Cross, had a match on Raw, teaming up with Natalya and Bayley. We actually forgot to break down the women's feuds on the main roster, which I feel bad.
Oh my god! There's too much stuff.
They beat the Riot Squad.
Who cares?
I know, just
Fucking Riot
The Riot
Squad.
took
They're
the
dead to rights still.
stuff happened.
But yeah, they did make their debuts. Otis Dojovic was all right. Let's rant about this though, because everyone's like blowing up on the internet saying that they completely dropped the ball with heavy machinery. This is not.
No, they haven't. This is exactly what Otis needs to be. This was hilarious.
The ball was dropped. They dropped it.
James, why don't you
Had a
explain?
ball.
Why don't you
Yes, it
explain
had
the
a
Otis Dojovic segment? Because you're the
Okay, so people are freaking out because, oh my god, they ruined them. Here's the thing. They did not, because Otis Dozovic, yes, he's a great wrestler, but he's a funnier comedian.
yeah.
Yeah, his gimmick is
That
just
is
an idiot.
fucking strength here. He is a fucking comedian. Here's the thing. Everyone's
his
like, they
Instagram.
ruined
It's
heavy
hilarious.
machinery. I will now remind you of the time where Otis Dozovic was on a selfie promo and called Tommaso Ciampa Tomato Champs. This was the legit thing. He just looks at him, like completely straight face with his stupid like I'm gonna shit myself face, and it's like Tomato Champs. Remember, I hated him. I used to hate Otis until he started talking, and then I'm like, oh my god, this dude's hilarious. This dude's hilarious. He is basically these two are too cool, except 10 times bigger.
Yeah.
The reason I say they're too cool is because
Cool tool?
cool tool, yeah. That's why they're called heavy machinery, just cool tool. But the reason why I say that is because freaking Otis actually does the worm into a big ass elbow drop. That's great.
Yeah.
And he's just funny. Like, the minute I saw him come out and just look at Alexa Bliss, I'm like, yep, this is totally Otis. They're doing him justice here. And he just goes and he's just like shaking, and then he just goes, I'm coming!
He probably was too.
Yeah, this is totally
geez.
Otis.
I even love Corey
totally
Graves' reaction. I even like Corey Graves' reaction when he's like, "What is that?"
That's Otis Dozovic of the Heavy Machinery tag team. And then Tucker Knight comes out. It's like, Otis, you can't be out here. Pretty lady.
Otis
It's
Dozovic
great.
had the best call up out of all of them, I think.
Dude, he smashed it. It was great. Everyone's like freaking out. They never ruined the Heavy Machinery tag team.
Yeah.
This is exactly what Otis needed to be.
The only way
And
they could win this tag team is if they don't book him on the show.
Exactly. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. This is hilarious.
All right, let's let Chris break down his favorite feud right now: Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks.
Don't even bestow this upon me.
Nope, I was
Why?
throwing this upon you.
This shit.
Why? I'm actually looking forward to the match at least.
No, the feud. I said the feud. The match will be really good. James,
So,
Chris,
you can
explain.
say someone to something and then apologize right afterwards. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Is
That
this
was
literally what they're
every
basing the feud
fucking
on?
time. If she called Sasha like the best loser, like
Yeah.
the gracious loser or whatever, and then Sasha like rebutted, and she's like, I didn't mean it like that, Sasha. You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
Like, what did you mean it like then?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Speaking of which, Sasha Banks beat like Nia Jax, who would become #1 contender. After Nia Jax, we need to talk about this.
Turn Ronda heel, fuck's sake.
After Nia Jax made that, remember that awful noise Nia Jax made on Raw? Like,
Oh, I'm not a
My title!
I'm not a bitch. I'm the bitch. I'm not a bitch. I'm the bitch.
no, like coffin noise.
I fucking hate that with a burning passion.
No, what about that coffin noise she made? Like,
Nia Jax hungry.
Get that pig off my fucking screen.
Can she like get fired yet?
Also, we got to talk about an awesome feud going on right now, which also confuses me, is the Becky Lynch Asuka feud. I can't wait to see their match for the SmackDown Women's
Yes.
Championship.
I honestly like that match is gonna be great.
Yeah,
But when she starts speaking in Japanese, I'm like, I don't know what the hell she's saying.
I think that's the point.
Like at the end of the promo, she's just yelling.
She's
in
supposed to
Japanese.
sound,
I'm like,
Chris, when she speaks in Japanese, she's supposed to sound scary.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just don't know what the hell she's saying. Like, it's intimidating because she's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
I would not want to piss her off.
No. Also, I want to say this too. I like the. So I'm really confused because does this mean Becky Lynch isn't winning the Rumble if she's in the, the match? But I also think she still could, because there's been in the past people have had matches at the Royal Rumble show and been in the Rumble match anyways. I don't think they'll like. Has anyone ever had a Royal Rumble like match on the show and then went on to win the Rumble?
No.
So she'd make history right there. And WWE, they love to make history, so that would be a history right there. Speaking of history, though, WWE's the women's division's making history again, because at Elimination Chamber, we're gonna have the crowning of the first ever. Well, not really first ever, but
yeah, it is first ever.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, first ever of this era. Not. They had it before.
The first ever.
No. Women's Tag Team Champions. Well, I actually like the design. What do you guys think of the design? Because James, you probably saw this. What do you think of the design of the women?
Yeah, because of the Otis segment. Yeah, the designs are really good. I like them so much better than the men tag teams. The fact that the women's tag team titles look so much better than the men's.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
And it looks like it's going to be exclusive to both shows because they're going to have an elimination chamber. Well, it's not really an elimination chamber match anymore. It's a Funhouse Playhouse match. So,
what?
Yeah.
A dollhouse match.
What?
Oh yeah, James, you don't know the joke. Because you know how they changed the Elimination Chamber and made it like really kid friendly.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get the joke now.
The Funhouse playoffs match.
I was like, wait, what?
Um,
I just needed to
they're gonna have a
explain
pillow
to me.
fight.
Yeah, no, I know the joke. I know the whole how they
They're
changed
gonna have
the chamber now.
a pillow fight for the women's tag team championships.
I mean,
Yeah.
they might as well add pillows.
Hey, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura almost had a pillow fight at Money in the Bank, so
Well, Shinsuke Nakamura has a massive obsession with the human testicle.
yes.
So
Human testicle,
So
not
the-
even testicles. Testicle.
So the question out, but yeah, they're gonna have
he
a.
loves one, not the other.
But at Elimination Chamber, they're gonna have an Elimination Chamber match to crown the first ever Women's Tag Team Champions. So
Yay!
what do you
Can't
think?
wait.
will-
Yay,
Also,
first ever.
Chris. Wait, Chris. Does that mean that Shinsuke is the one ball wonder?
What? Yes.
All right.
He
Well,
just
I'll ask
aims
a
for one, but sometimes gets both.
I'll ask you guys a question though. Who do you
Go
guys
ahead.
think will be the first ever Women's Tag Team Champions?
Bailey and Sasha.
Okay.
Easily, yeah. Bailey and Sasha have to be.
Okay.
I think
They
the
built
first-
them up too much over the years to
Yeah.
not have them be the inaugural
The
champ.
Boston Hug Connection.
What about you,
Nope.
Steve?
It's gonna be the Iconics.
Okay.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, because Paperless is really hot. That's why.
I'll say the Boston Hug Connection though, just because of the fact of the story because if they don't become the first ever champions, then why did you keep them together all this time? So
Yeah,
can you
right.
imagine too that now that they finally brought the Women's Tag Team Champions in, they finally break up Bailey and Sasha Banks and do the
They put it back together.
I'd
They
be
do still do it at
actually
WrestleMania.
fucking pissed.
yeah. I am kind of questioning though why they didn't crown the first champions at WrestleMania, quote unquote first champions, but whatever. All right, so now
there'll be some like tomfoolery
What else we
or
got?
something.
now that we've
That's
covered
it.
James quickly, say what's been going on 205 Live because there's really
This is
I'm gonna
simple
say-
enough. It's actually a very short, really. With 205, it's just been people qualifying to be in the Rumble match and the Cruiserweight title match. I think. I know that there's going to be a Fatal 4-Way, or Fatal 5-Way. Is it a Fatal 5-Way?
4-way.
Is it a 4-Way?
Yeah, because Buddy Murphy wanted Drake Maverick to book him like a tough match because he wanted to prove he was the best cruiserweight.
I would make it a 5-Way just because 205, but you know.
Yeah. Do you want to mention
So
like?
from what I understand, it's Hideo Itami.
Yep.
Buddy Murphy, of course, because he's the champion.
Yep.
Why am I blanking on the other two? I literally watched the episodes last night.
Well, no, there's one more. It's just. Oh yeah, no, two. Yeah, two. Because you. It's Akira Tozawa beat Drew Gulak,
Oh yeah.
and then
Where did Chris
Kalisto.
go?
I think his friend showed up.
Oh, his friend showed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, bye,
Then,
Chris.
then
Follow
Kalisto.
him on Instagram,
Show wrong,
I
Chris.
think.
He doesn't have any accounts to follow.
But
Then-
yeah, 205 has been good.
Kalisto, you forgot. Kalisto also beat Leo Rush.
Yeah, Kalisto beat Rio Rush, Akira Tozawa, Hideo Itami, and Buddy Murphy, I believe, are the. I love that Brian Kendrick went back to his old look. By the way, just wanted to put that as a side note. That's another thing going on in 205. He's back to the old looking Brian Kendrick.
Another big topic we got to talk about that's I think kind of ruined 205 Live this week is now that it's back to its original.
Oh, don't even. I'm pissed because, dude, Carlos would have gotten such a better reaction when he came out if this was before SmackDown Live. Like, because he's so good. I remember too, because he literally was in a match on NXT against Johnny Gargano. He looked amazing in that. He looked amazing in this match. And like against Buddy Murphy, and I'm like, I was pissed, man. I was fucking fuming, dude, that they did this again. Like, if it didn't work the first time, don't do it again.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the Wednesdays was working much better. More people were watching it.
And yeah, exactly. And they're like, oh well, we have to have it live again because it's 205 Live. Yeah, you know what? They've lied before. They can easily lie that it's live again. In fact, this time, them lying would actually benefit them.
Yeah.
Christ, dude. That's why I couldn't really get into the show, because I knew they brought it back to the old time slot, and it was like hard to watch it. I'm like,
It was
God
hard.
damn it.
it was hard for me to watch the main event for the reasons that you just said. So,
I'm like, it's like they're trying to let this fail.
yeah.
Like, bring it to NXT for fun. Or no, you know what? Bring it. I don't know. Bring it to NXT. Bring the cruiserweight division to NXT. I don't even care if that makes it 5 championships on the brand. Just let them succeed somewhere instead of sabotaging them every which way. It's annoying, dude.
So you and Steve actually have a similar, because Steve doesn't like the cruiserweight division. What do you think?
No, I love the cruiserweight division. It's the fact that the crowd makes it dead because the crowd is exhausted.
Yeah.
They just saw a 2-hour show. They're not going to watch another one.
I like the cruiserweight division, but I hate 205 Live.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah. So
you guys know the analogy of the golden toilet, right? You can paint a toilet gold, but it's still full of shit.
Yeah, it's exactly.
This is the inverted golden toilet. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
The cruiserweight division is the gold, and 205 Live is the shit because it's gold in a toilet made of shit.
It's so dumb, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for it. Like, you put the cruiserweight division on NXT. I guarantee you have a much better opportunity for those guys.
I agree. You can take guys from 205 Live and you can put them on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and NXT UK.
Yeah. Like, you're definitely gonna have to thin the herd if you put it on NXT. That's for sure, because there's so much talent on NXT. It's ridiculous right now. Like, they are stacked.
Yeah.
But if you put the 205 Live guys there, you could bring up the guys that have had Match of the Year candidates up there already. I'd bring Buddy Murphy up right away. I'd have him drop the title. I'd have him go up there right away.
No,
I'd bring up Cedric. I'd bring up Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick, all those guys that have been there for a very long time. And I would bring in a bunch of new guys, put them in the cruiserweight division of NXT, and run with that.
Another show that needs to get canceled because everyone keeps forgetting it exists. Main Event.
It's not canceled. It's not canceled. I watched.
Yeah, it's just running every 3 months, and they're fucking on a tape delay.
Yeah. So now that
ridiculous.
One final, what is everything NXT related? I think NXT's been awesome lately.
Oh my god, Gargano has been the highlight of NXT, dude.
Yeah.
I love the whole how they're going with the whole Rebel Heart gimmick like really well here. I think they're doing
NXT is still the best.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100% NXT. As much as NXT UK is definitely number 2, but NXT is still number 1 here.
Yeah,
it's not even a question. They have done amazing with Gargano, amazing with Black, amazing with Ciampa, amazing with every single person that is on that roster.
I'll talk about it real quick. So obviously they had the cage match with Aleister Black and Johnny. I'm just gonna start there. That was awesome. Like the way, because at first I was kind of like wondering like this doesn't make any sense, but it's not that when you watch that it really didn't feel like a reunion. Like it was kind of like it was just like a one-time thing when it happened. Like and I kind of like how they're running with it. Like I like the new Johnny Gargano where like he thinks he's doing the right thing, but he really isn't doing the right thing. He's like very delusional about it. So I actually like the new Gargano.
I think this year we are going to see DIY come back.
I think we're going to see DIY come back, but very short-lived, where Gargano finally gets at Tommaso Ciampa, and he does to him what Ciampa did to him all those years ago.
Yeah,
that's what I think this is leading to.
I even like obviously Aleister Black is getting his rematch because obviously that was filmed before this.
Oh yeah.
And they're really running with this. Even Johnny Gargano's going to go for the North. You called this storyline like months ago. Like Gargano's going for the North
American Championship, and then he's going to turn on Ciampa. That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano. I think calling it right now. I think that's going to be the match of Royal Rumble weekend. I think it will be.
What? Oh yeah, definitely. Are you kidding me? Gargano and Ricochet are going to tear the fucking roof off the place, dude.
You have and then you have Bianca Belair. She won a 4-way match to become the number 1 contender to the Women's Championship between Lacey Evans, Io Shirai, and
someone else.
Yeah, all I know is apparently Bianca Belair's face now, which honestly she probably should have been anyway in this.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it, and I can't wait for that match. Actually, I'm very curious to see how these two work together.
And then you have World Raiders going for the tag title.
Yay!
They just recently returned because I think this was just a storyline. Like one of them was hurt from War Games, so they were gone for a while, and then Undisputed Era beat tag teams like They beat Heavy Machinery in their last match, and then they returned this week and saved EC3 from an attack. So obviously, when we do our predictions, we'll predict who will get the championships. And then I'm looking for and then I'm also I even like this the new Cassius Ohno now too.
Oh yeah, Cassius Ohno.
Yeah, I even like the new Cassius Ohno how he's just aggressive now too.
Yeah, shout out to Bro though. Did you guys see pictures from his wedding with Sarah Logan?
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
That was badass at the finest.
Yes.
Speaking of which, too, since we're talking about weddings, I'm assuming you guys heard the news that Nikki Cross and Killian Dane got married today, too.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, they're a part of the same faction, kind of.
Yeah.
That's adorable. That's chaotically adorable.
Yep. But yeah, Cassius Ohno. So the question I have, though, is so Cassius Ohno is in NXT. It seems like they're building like something.
Wait. I have a joke. You think they had their wedding at the fire pit they always do their segments in?
I think so. And Eric Young conducted it. And Alexander Wolf was the best man.
Yeah. And Eric Young's like the one who like hosting the reception.
Yeah.
We are gathered here today. For chaos and marriage and love.
But yeah, other things going on.
And then he just goes. No, and then Eric Young just goes like, look at the neck. Look at the neck. Look at the neck.
And then obviously other things going on in NXT is they did the year-end awards. I was gonna say them, but I don't think we would be here like another 3 hours if I said.
Yeah, we're not talking about the year-end awards until the pre-show on Takeover.
When we do the preview show,
hey, they actually gave us a reason to watch the pre-show for the year fucking end awards are gonna happen on the pre-show. Holy crap! What a concept! Give people a reason to tune into the pre-show.
Especially too, because WWE doesn't even do their year-end award show anymore. They just decided.
Yeah, the Slammies are dead. Yeah.
I don't know why they're not doing the Slammies. I used to love those, but whatever.
Yep. Yeah, because fuck us, man. We don't matter.
But yeah, the question I have is.
Oh wait, no. We're the bosses now. We get to run WWE.
Well, cool. The Slammies are this Monday then.
Yeah, let's do it.
The question I have though is, they've been building up a feud between Cassius Ohno, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. Obviously, Cassius Ohno is going to have to get a tag team partner for this, but who does he get as a tag team partner? Because there's literally nobody in NXT that would want to align themselves with Cassius Ohno. Or does he just?
I think Cassius Ohno needs to go to SmackDown.
I have one. I know.
Who?
It's a toss-up between Dominic Dijakovic or Punishment Martinez.
I got one. It makes now obviously because the gimmick's kind of the same. Joseph Connors, because his gimmick he wants to take out all the new toys in NXT UK.
I get what you're saying, but no. Oh, only because that's a UK thing. Leave it in the UK.
Like dude who comes out with the white suit that has like a really bad suntan.
Is that Kona Reeves?
Yeah.
Oh no, not Kona Reeves.
Yeah, we're not talking about Kona Reeves. We can't.
He sucks.
For some reason, I used to think his name was Kona Ice because I was thinking of the Plushy brand.
Is this like the Wyatts where you thought they were the Watts? Speaking of which, when is Bray Wyatt coming back? Remember him?
Yeah. At this point, they've ruined him so much. All right. If there's anybody that I could see leaving WWE, even if it is breaching the contract, I could see Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. So, Chris.
But that's the only person.
So, Steve, do you think Bray Wyatt took up his a new career as an electrician?
It's a possibility.
All right, I think we're done now. We're going over 2 hours. We covered Is there anything we didn't talk about that you want to talk about, or did we cover everything?
I think we literally covered everything we needed to cover.
It's on Impact Wrestling.
Oh, Steve wants to talk about Impact Wrestling.
You sure? Go ahead. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad.
I'm just joking. All I wanted to say is Scarlett Bordeaux is the best part of Impact Wrestling. That's all.
Okay.
I would
right,
say
so
that
if you don't know what I'm talking
she's
about,
not
look it
doing
up.
the shit she did with Joey Ryan on Impact, is she?
Just look it up.
She's doing the boobplex still, isn't she?
Just look it up.
What did she do?
Yeah, look.
She's just
Just explain it to me, Steve. I'm not gonna go on Impact's YouTube channel. I'm not gonna remember it. Just tell me now.
Well, she gave Scott Steiner a lap dance this past Thursday.
All right, now I'm watching now. All right. Now you convinced me. See, it's all it took.
Good.
All right, so we're gonna go around, and if you have any plugs, you can.
Do you think when Scott Steiner was thinking in his head when she was seeing Scarlett Bordeaux's ass, she was like, "That's a fat ass."
Steiner just is like in the ring doing his thing. He pulls up a chair, just sits down awkwardly. He's just sitting there, big beefy Scott Steiner, getting fat because he's old. Sunglasses and chainmail on, and she's doing her thing. He's just sitting there smiling like an idiot.
As he should be, dude. I would too. You kidding me? Get a lamp dance by Scarlett Bordeaux. Okay.
I thought he was gonna pass out. Actually, he looked like he was legit going to faint.
Oh wow!
I hope he didn't jizz in his pants. Then I'm not watching because that's just weird.
His chainmail exploded.
His steroids just
popped off his head like a
dick.
cartoon with steam coming out of his ears.
Steroid juices just came out of his crotch and shit.
But anyhow, let's end this before it goes even worse.
It already went south. What are you talking about?
So
it always goes south.
We're gonna go around and do our plugs. Since Chris isn't here, he doesn't have any plugs.
He never has any plugs anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Just check him out on this channel.
Yeah, James, we'll start with you. What are your plugs? I mean, we know what they're gonna be, but just say them anyways.
Okay. You guys can check me out on youtube.com/user/jhebertside95, and I'm also on Twitter at jhebertside95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. You can also check out my CAW wrestling organization, Weymouth Youth Wrestling, which is youtube.com/user/WYW Pride. Make sure you subscribe, turn those post notification bells on, because we will be streaming not only from two different YouTube channels, the Jay Hebert side and the Weymouth Youth Wrestling channel, Immortal on, March 3rd, but we will also be streaming on Mixer, Periscope, and Twitch. So 5 different streaming platforms. Make sure you check it out.
All right. What about you, Steve? Do you have any plugs, or are you just here?
Yeah, I got some plugs. I have a hat.
What the heck happened to James's screen? It's like, is the police there?
Wait, I wanted to do my JBL thing.
Oh my god. Those are the Christmas lights we haven't taken away.
All right. So my plug is the last time someone tried to plug something in with me, the electric chair failed.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And now I have a hat.
You got the hat.
Okay, Steve. Do you actually have plugs, Steve?
No, but I can do my JBL dance again.
Okay.
John O'Clock, motherfuckers!
That's
Oh,
JBL, all right.
Yep.
All right. So, for me, you could check me out on CM Brothers and Owen the Talkinator. I'll be posting some videos on there throughout the next few days. Obviously, check out this channel, and make sure when you subscribe to them, you click on those, bells. You got to click on the bell so that way you know everything that's going on. You'll get
Click on the bell.
And also,
Press
let's
the
plug,
bell.
How would
let's
you
plug this.
my bells?
Let's
Press
plug
the-
this. We have some announcements. James, what are you doing tomorrow? You doing anything tomorrow?
Yeah, probably gonna be with Mike and Casey doing WW stuff.
Oh.
Why?
What about Sunday?
Sunday, nothing. I don't think.
Sunday, then. Whatever date it is, January 20th, 2019. Check out the Retro Wrestling Review Series, because me, James, and maybe other people are going to review the Royal Rumble from 2001.
And we'll probably do the same thing now that I figured out how to work it. The same stream.
And I don't have it set to I won't have it set to private next time, probably. So.
Yeah, please. That was a disaster.
And then at some other point in time, we're going to do the Retro Wrestling Review series for the Royal Rumble 2005. I think it's going to be Thursday. Not this. Well, actually, yeah, this upcoming Thursday.
Cool. All right, so the Retro Wrestling Review. So
and
what
also
was the
check out
pay-per-view I selected? I honestly forget. It was
Royal
Rumble
Rumble
2001, right?
Yeah, Royal Rumble 2001. So watch
All right,
that.
so the best Royal Rumble. Got it. All right, I'll watch that later.
All right, and then also make sure you check out me and James' appearance. It's not like they need the promotion, but we're gonna give them it anyways. On NoDQ.com when we do our NXT Takeover Phoenix predictions.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be Stephen Osborne, Cindy. Her last name is Cindy G, right?
Yeah, Cindy G.
And Jerry Slaughter, and I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and Noah.
Maybe Jeff Meacham will be on as well.
Okay. So make sure you guys check that out. We're gonna be top, and that will be up. So
hey, wait, George, give me it. Before you end it, we got to get the views. We got a cat.
It's almost over though.
Well, now you got more. Now you got more views.
Yep. But yeah,
right.
make sure you check that out on NoDQ.com. Whenever I think it'll probably be up by Thursday or Friday. Of next week.
It's gonna be Thursday, Raw Thursday.
Yeah, Raw Thursday, and that's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. We will talk, and next next Friday we're going to be doing the wrestling rundown where we'll review Raw, SmackDown, NXT UK, NXT 205 NXT, and Chris's favorite main event. We're going to be main event next week.
Yes.
We're also going to do.
Oh, by the way, Owen. I did talk to Noah. He's planning on doing a 205 live review on NoDQ. He wants us to be the second guest because Stefan wants to be the first.
Okay.
So just letting you know.
All right, and then also make sure you guys check out. Also on the rundown next week, we'll do our predictions for NXT Takeover Phoenix. And not WrestleMania, Royal Rumble 2019. I almost said 18, but we don't want to do predictions for that because we already know the predictions. So.
Yes.
So we would, and I forgot to mention, by the way, that I won at NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. So
so did I. I won the NoDQ predictions.
And I won the predictions between me and Chris. What won you the predictions, James? Before we, what was the match that won it for me? No, I thought you tied with Noah.
I tied with Noah, but that's what won it for both of us, I think.
Oh yeah. So who's the champion right now?
Chris. Because of that, he's still the champion after my. You heard about that, right, Steve? Where we were doing the live reactions, and then I abruptly called out a title match, and like New Day won out of nowhere because I didn't think they were gonna win.
Oh, jeez, I remember this now.
Yeah.
So, who is Chris's number one contender?
Me.
No one. Oh, Owen, I guess.
We're doing the best of 3 series.
Oh, good. When is this? What number match is this?
Match 2. NXT Takeover Phoenix is match 2, and the Royal Rumble is match 3.
Good.
Okay.
Well, I'm officially entering my name into the Royal Rumble predictions.
Okay.
Taking my title back at WrestleMania.
So, James, are you gonna have a predictions off with Steve?
I'm good. I'm quite good.
All right, so that means
because you know what's gonna happen if I win the belt. I'm not gonna review any of the main shows.
Well, guess what though?
Like Brock Lesnar.
Well, guess what though?
Oh yeah. Well, I guess pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Kinda maybe.
Well, Steve, next week. Well, yeah, because is today Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
So next Friday, the king of the Aftershock Corner and the longest reigning champion and who has the most title reigns, Ken Tut, will be coming back next Friday, and he wants his championship back as well. So I'm making it official right now. You're gonna face John Tutty in a predictions match at the Royal Rumble.
And I will bring my laptop so we can stream it on my channel again.
What do you mean?
If you guys want to, unless you want it to be on your channel.
Well, I won't be there, so.
Oh, for Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to bring my laptop to stream it then. Okay.
You can stream it on either channel. It doesn't matter.
All right, I'll stream it on mine then.
Okay.
I'll stream. You know what? We'll stream the take. You're gonna be at Takeover Phoenix, right?
Yeah. If Chris hosts it, I should be there.
Yeah. So we'll stream it on your channel, but I'll bring my laptop to do that on Saturday, that Saturday, and then on Sunday, is it this Saturday or next Saturday?
It's next Saturday.
All right, cool. All right, just wanted to double check that. Cool.
All right. So we will see you guys next time. There's a long outro, but say bye to the fans, guys. Say bye.
Bye.
Everyone say bye to the fans before.
Bye, everybody.
Say bye, Steve.
Bye, buddy. Hope
Bye.
you find your dad.
Yeet.